Come on, man. You gotta disconnect every time I set you down. Okay, hey guys, Protagonist24 here, and welcome back to the Hunt 2025. Gotta quickly get my thumbnail and description and everything up to date. Thumbnail, paste, playlist, age restriction, altered content, blah 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 blah, tags, throw in, boom, boom, and boom. Alright, that's pretty good. And the game. That's two. And save. Everything should be up to date. Alright, let me grab my controller here. Turn on, please, controller. Stay on as well. Changes saved. Perfect. Return to my channel page where I can keep up to date on being live. Alright, exclamation charity to bring up the link, or in checking my chat to see the link to the cause that the Hunt 2025 supports. Exclamation Hunt, the Hunt website, to get all your details about the rules and everything like that, and exclamation points in the chat, or check the description as well, to view my personal spreadsheet and points of like the spreadsheet of the items I've collected. So I currently have 59 points, and my controller's decided it needs to disconnect because I took one hand off of it. Yep. Just an absolute masterclass, this one is. I would just use my other controller, but it has no fine aiming control, so I'd look like I'm a fucking 7-year-old trying to play. Miss every shot, probably. I don't know, some controllers just don't have fine movement. Like, you see how fine I can make my movement left and right on my aim with this? It's like very minute, high, like, very, very small adjustments are easy with this one, but if I tried that with the other one, the tiniest tweak of my joystick would probably turn like, I don't know, like at least 10 degrees. Alright, this is annoying, just got skyrocketed. And no drop. Looks at it. I'll probably just, yeah, we're like halfway through 17, so I'm probably just going to save this farm, we'll come back to it. I really just want to prioritize getting our fabled tortoise at the lowest level possible, and then we can come back and farm all this other junk. So let's wrap up the story here. We'll probably end up farming Wilhelm afterwards too. After getting the Caustic Caverns, that is, and getting the Fabled Tortoise. Alright, so let's swap our mission back to a story mission. And we'll go ahead and head on over there to the end of the line. Alright, sit back and relax. But my controller will try and disconnect me, huh? managed to actually lean back with my controller not disconnecting on me. Wonderful. Yeah, wait till I just like completely upgrade. That'd be great.
Just poke their bells when you want me to set the explosives off. I gotta do it remotely. Oh snap, son! I hear that
Thing you can do if you climb up on this ice shelf, and like a bit of the edge of this is like not solid, so you can jump a bit early. I didn't make it, but I jumped the tiniest bit too early, but you can clip inside that wall there and stand up on there, which is pretty cool, but you also get killed by that if it lands on you.
Well, that's one way to hijack a train. The vault key's still up on that ice shelf. Gotta climb that wreck.
Another quick tip, if that save station has not activated itself,
Keeping the vault key in the most fortified one.
let me try this again. There we go. You can take yourself out, make sure that your body doesn't ragdoll forwards. Each character, I believe, has a different direction that their body ragdolls in. I'm not entirely certain on all of them, so if you want to do research on that, go ahead, but I don't think it really should matter for that method. There's a few that it might, but... Alright, let's throw on our corrosive fastball here before the Wilhelm fight. Anything else we need? I don't think so. Looks like we're good. I only have one grenade, unfortunately. So let's try and grab, yeah, I got a second one, maybe a third one. Just a second one, okay. I'll make it work.
Oh dear.
It's a trap! The vault key's not on the train. Abort the mission, soldier. I'm sorry, but you can't handle Wilhelm. Trust me.
Kid, Wilhelm nearly killed us all in New Haven without taking a scratch. If things get...
You killed Wilhelm? Holy hell. Jack doesn't stand a chance.
Wilhelm dropped a power core. Be sure to grab it. My sensors tell me it's one of a kind.
Drop off this fire burst. Drop off this class mod. This tinderbox.
If you bring it to Roland, Sanctuary's...
Whoa. Never seen a power core like that.
Just keep moving. Normally I'd stay and farm, but
Why don't you bring it?
I just want to get to Caustic Caverns. I believe we have to get back to Sanctuary before we can get the mission for Blue, though, so we got a little bit of time ahead of us. Let's upgrade our bank a few times here, and then let's grab some sniper. Because sniper has a fairly limited pool. Can probably throw on my skyrocket for now. Should have flesh enemies in the next couple maps. Nice iridium in the lockers. Nothing there. No secret lockers either. Still waiting to show that off if I come across it. Alright, let's throw a few things in the bank here. So that Vault Hunter's relic in there, I won't be using that until we're farming for like the Cobra. I don't need to do anything with that. It's not a... yeah, that as well, I don't know why that's marked. Alright, bank's full up on stuff, we got lots of room. And... we never actually went and got the Infinity, did we? We can come back to that too. Let's just, oh, wait, get back to Sanctuary. Am I not in Sanctuary right now? Where am I then? Hello? We'll have to travel back in for some reason. We must have traveled over too early or something.
Wilhelm nearly defeated the other Vault Hunters a couple of years ago. You have proven yourself to be even stronger than them. Well done.
Just give me something to shoot. Getting cold. As much as I
Stockpile relic. Alright, let me check the map, make sure. Yeah, Marcus only has rock paper, so we're just gonna go ahead and jam this in. We won't be able to get the mission we want until after we get back to Sanctuary, so I'm just gonna speed run through this bit of the story here
What the hell?
until we get back, and then we can worry about clan wars and all that other stuff and everything else we haven't farmed up till here, like the Infinity and the
Sanctuary's shields, Jack.
maybe the Pyrophobia and Thunderbolt Fist and stuff, but I maybe not on those ones.
That's not a power core. Raiders, the shields are down. The shields.
Now if you get the Logan's gun and Rolling Thunder,
done, Angel.
maybe not the
Now,
Rolling Thunder, but
let's
it
kill
probably will
ourselves.
drop along the way if I'm trying to get specifically a
What the
Logan's
hell?
gun.
Did
We'll need
something
that
just
for a
get
rocket ammo
shield
regen
down?
later, specifically a normal mode one.
Everybody, I've got.
Alright, I got. Pretty sure we can't do that without killing, I don't know,
I
everyone
do
in the
believe you're
city.
allowed to
Hey,
use
ready?
rocket ammo
Got your order, Scooter. Move.
regen in the hunt. I'll have to double check into that before I use it, but
Ah, son of a...
15 anarchists.
I'm pinned, soldier. I can't get the iridium to Lilith. Get to me, quick.
We have to
You better get moving or we're
get
dead.
here too quickly so I can get the grab.
Got the iridium. I need it. Get to the center of town.
Yeah, normally I run through this as fast as possible so all the dialogue lines start playing in the wrong order and cutting each other off and shit. It's funny. Come on, North.
I've never used this much. Might want to hang on.
And the check mark has appeared, so let's reload. I don't feel like standing around for a bunch of time watching that cutscene. Well, not a cutscene, but it's essentially a cutscene, because you can't exit the map or anything until it ends. And if you save and quit, you also just spawn outside the map, which is a bit of a
I
time
know
save
you're
too.
angry at me right now, but we don't have a lot of time. I'll explain everything. Just
Catapult
get
technical gives you higher speed than any other vehicle in the game. Just a little tidbit for any of your players. At first I used to very much dislike the Bandit Technicals because it felt a lot less maneuverable, but it's just faster, which in the long run, I mean, saves you a few seconds, minutes, hours, eventually, right? So, there's also a couple specific spots that only the Bandit Catapult Technical can actually get to compared to the other vehicles.
Concentrate on charging the vault key with Roland's buddies attacking my iridium mines.
You'll be able to reconnect with your friends after you get through the fridge.
Yeah, I'll definitely just speed run through here.
Son of
First
a
mission
bitch.
after we
The
get
doors
back to
I still
Sanctuary, I
open.
believe,
Let
is
me help you
Wildlife, which means I do want to be 21 for Wildlife, but I also want to be lower level for the Fabled Tortoise, so I'm not exactly certain how I'm going to do that. I figure I'm probably just going to avoid farming midgets in normal mode just so we can keep moving. We're going to have to farm midgets for pearls eventually, most likely anyway, in ultimate mode, and we're farming, you know, E-Tech relics and all that other good stuff anyway, so I bet we'll just save that for ultimate mode, and I'm going to just blitz through Wildlife, so I'm not going to worry too much about what level I am when I reach Wildlife. Normally I'd scale it to max level to get the max value out of the legendaries we can pull there, but it's not a whole lot that I'm going to be... I believe the loot midgets also don't count for drops outside of, like, world drop only drops. I have to relook at that. I read it on stream yesterday,
Jack
on
modified the
stream
power
1.
core you found to have a Hyperion network uplink. Through it,
You
I was
guys
able to
are
access
18,
sanctuaries
so we're like
defenses
on
and
level
lower
with
them.
them. I'm gonna
It
try
was
and
all
run past everyone so that I
Jack's.
don't have any issues with XP. Try and keep my level down for this Fabled Tortoise. I don't know why I saw like a gap I could jump through up there. I've been through this map 1,800,000 times.
5 years ago, I tricked Roland and his friends into opening the vault. I told them it was to protect Pandora from a great evil. That was a lie. Jack knew he could make a fortune off the
One of
Iridium
the
gold within the vault.
least
In exchange
time
for power
consuming
to open it
maps
himself.
in the game if
He
you
got the vault
aren't here
hunters to do
specifically
his
to
dirty
farm
work.
things.
I'm so tired of
There's like literally no objectives between enter the map and walk out the other door.
Without you,
It's great.
Pandora has no hope. You have no reason to trust me, I get that. But if you're going to stop Jack from controlling
Corrosive
the world,
Cloud could be okay, but we still have our Corrosive Fastball. Just gonna rely on that most likely. Alright. We're run into Stalkers for the first time.
And I'm awesome. Hey, killer. I phased the city. No big deal. Find a way back here as quick as you can.
Gotta wait around for the fast travel. I
now
always
that
forget about
Sanctuary
it.
has reappeared, you can use any fast travel station to get back to the...
Anything specifically in our collection good against Stalkers? Not really.
I'll mark the nearest one on your
So,
Echo device.
just be using our Herald and our Hulk. The Hulk might actually be a better weapon overall for Stalkers, because it doesn't shoot as wide. But it still has a nice AoE to it.
Error. Location, Sanctuary. Not
Or
found.
you can just be this guy and get blasted by the Herald because you're larger.
Sanctuary off the fast travel network. Okay, head to the Iridium extraction plant nearby. I think I know how to get you back to your friends. You know, I didn't lie to you about everything. You really are the only person who can stop Jack. Roland, Lilith, and Mordecai. He defeated them long ago. They can help you reach him, but in the end, it will be you who brings Jack down.
About to hit level 18. I'm actually going to try and save the level up for the Constructor battle. I'm also just like bob and weaving these hot loaders right now. I think that was the first time I got hit there. I'm just like, holy crap, that shit just went under my feet.
We can get Sanctuary back onto the fast travel network.
That was like the most satisfying
Little as I'm sure.
dodging streak I've ever hit. That was awesome.
All supplies are
It's like barrel the rocket jump. Let's go. Or grenade jump, basically. Little tidbit for anyone that's new to the game, I guess. You can just run around the outside of this fence and the bridge never gets blown up by an exploder. If you don't use that method, you can also just do 2 grenade jumps up that pipe over there to get over the river. Alright, let's get our fastball ready for this constructor. I wasn't ready for the surveyor there. Alright, this fastball should let us get a nice little lead in the fight. Get it nice and low. Or I could have just used our Herald to take out the Warden, but I ended up swapping over to our other stuff for that. Okay, let's get some more cooldown for now. Between our Berserker and our skill, we should have some decent cooldown. Soon enough, we'll be respecking out of the cooldown skill to get a different one in place of it, because we'll have the skill to get cooldown back here, the get some skill. Not even blast this guy until the fight actually begins.
Did that Thresher just eat the beacon? You'll need to get that back.
Nice. I'm thinking that these shields are going to outperform our level 10 one at this point. And the Firehawk is probably also included in that. We're going to take that off for this random TDR shield.
You'll need a quiet place to set up the beacon. Head to the town of Overlook. Thanks to Hyperion.
Make sure the stream is still running nice and good here. Looks like it is. Yeah, stream cut out like immediately after I said, oh, stream might cut out earlier. That was pretty much on timing. Not that I wanted it to. I would have preferred to get some more done earlier, but I kind of just had to take a break, wait for my internet to decide it wanted to work again, and do some other shit with my day, so. Yeah, definitely not going to be the most competitive year for me for the hunt, but definitely going to try and get a good amount done in the... It's going to be quite a few streams each day, most likely, because my internet's just not capable of sustaining a stream throughout the day. It just likes to end on its own and shit, so... As long as I can keep it like an hour and a half plus per stream kind of stuff, like the ones earlier today, then I'll be fine with it, but... I really don't want to start getting into like 10-minute cutout stream bullshit, which is why I waited as long as I did to start streaming again. I would have been back a bit earlier, but I don't want any super short streams, because I know with the hunt you need every minute of gameplay in your VODs, so I would have to leave them. I have like 5-minute streams that are accomplishing nothing, and it's just a clusterfuck for me and everyone else, so just trying to avoid that happening, ideally. Trying to pick good times where I should have good bandwidth and network congestion. Afraid of using your skyrockets and fire bursts and stuff on loaders in normal mode. The elemental resistance really isn't strong enough to worry too much about it. You usually take out your enemies still. Herald's gonna come in nice here. There's just a bunch of enemies kind of spread all over in front of us, so the spreading bullets pattern's actually gonna get some nice value for us.
I've increased your request's priority. T-Bone Junction can live without medical supplies for another few months.
Can you feel it?
Everything's going pretty well here. Grenade right there.
Cut. Darn it. The lunar engineers denied our request. I'll see what I can do.
Send in the constructors. I want those bastards dead now.
I'm curious what our skyrocket would do to a constructor in comparison to that fastball. Fastball looked like it was like about a 5 grenade kill on that other constructor. Let's see, what's a skyrocket gonna do to you? Honestly, almost as much. I'm just gonna put my other ones in there too. I don't know what I picked up there. Some horror show. I'll keep it over my Droog. It's even better than this Calipine now. It's got crit prefix, so it'll have the same crit damage as that Calipine as well, so might as well replace our stuff with that. Should be almost done here. Should be sending in a wave of hot loaders after these last few enemies.
I am very good at killing.
You're welcome.
Where is this guy going? Order class mod. Alright. That should be the hot loader wave. Could progress, please. Angel. Angel. I killed enemies too fast or something? Hello, Angel. Go for a walk down this way, maybe that'll trigger something.
I, handsome Jack, am moderately happy to welcome you into the Hyperion family. Watch out for those sucker attacks.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Why isn't Angel talking and the next wave triggering? Some jank shit going on here, man. Normally you just wait and it fixes itself, but what the frick is going on here, man? Angel, come on. Trigger the next wave, please.
I just shut off the moon
Thank
base's
you.
oxygen
Holy
supply.
crap.
I expect the engineers will launch your
I
fast
knew
travel
waiting would
station
do it,
very
but
soon.
I'm getting pretty close to us trying to save quit on it
Those are the
there.
bad guys. I'm sending
I got
everything
a
I have at
decent bandit launcher in here. Let's go ahead and throw that on. That'll come in handy. Got Molly 1 exhaust too. Rocket speed. Yeah, surveyors. Can I just hit those with that maybe? How are you
They're launching
alive?
the fast travel station now. Nothing gets results like a death threat. It's almost here. Just protect the beacon for another few seconds.
Okay, sweet.
The fast travel has landed. Give me a second while I calibrate it to Sanctuary's new position.
Jack, am moderately happy.
Fast
welcome
travel
you into the
station
Hyperion
calibrated.
family.
Location.
Alrighty. Are the missions available? Yeah, it is. I don't even have to turn the mission in. Beautiful. So we can actually get to level 21 before midgets regardless, and then I can use midgets to farm some new gear. I'll have to look into the regulations with what midget drops actually count for points and not, but definitely want to get some good old loot to replace our level 10 crap.
I don't know. Looks like it works to me.
Okay, safe and sound. Level 18.
Blasted my personal safe out of my own store.
My most precious treasure could be in the hands of some freeloading bandits by now. Head back to that city-sized hole in the ground and
Heartbreaker
get my
will be
safe
nice
back.
too. Help us with some mobbing coming up. Probably through 1,000 cuts the most, but he'll probably be underleveled for that by then, because I doubt we'll come out of wildlife under level like 23 or 4. I don't want to get excessive with midgets, so maybe I won't be 25 or 26 like I might be in a recorded series, but yeah, definitely gonna be back into the flow with Micro Reborn after this week of the hunt. I've got pretty much every bit of footage I need recorded for episode 2. I just gotta get all the smaller fine-tuning and edits and music and stuff all lined up for it. We'll be good to go with episode 2. I've been working on a few other projects, so that's why it's been so long since episode 1 dropped with Micro Reborn. There's no upload on it. Episode 2. Just have to be patient. I'm basically trying to get myself in a position where I'm ahead on content, so that I have, like, just... Okay, this is actually a bad situation. Gotta use our rocket launcher to get a second win there. Supposed to be in our first rip of the character, actually. Unless I misremember. Maybe I died before. Oh yeah, I've died by falling off the map, but from actual enemy combat, I don't believe I've been taken out yet. Okay, well, skyrockets up that way. We're not over the top of it yet. Let's make our way a little bit further along here before trying to jump off. Made that mistake a few times in other playthroughs. Oh, I didn't really realize this would be solid, but it should be fine. Make our way into the Caustic Caverns. Quick little bonus bit of info. Along with the fridge, the Caustic Caverns doesn't like to show up on your map. I bet the fridge isn't even in here. Yeah, there's no fridge in here because it didn't even trigger, and I forgot to do it for the fridge, but as you can see, the Caustic Caverns is also not in that list. So you open this wheel, walk out the door, and in the door, and saves, and now you have it in the save station. I forgot to do that at fridge, but you have to do that at fridge too. I don't know if it's something to do with those big sliding doors, because it seems to be prevalent in the two maps with those big sliding doors on the spawn area. So, could be something correlated with that, but I'm not entirely certain. Damn, we were close to being able to get into that bubble for a nice launch. You get a badass trophy for getting on top of that bridge using, I mean, any method, but typically you use these big bubbles. You can't jump on them though, or you don't get launched properly. You have to walk into them at ground level to get launched properly. And finding them as they spawn to get into them is actually pretty tough. But Chrysalis is able to tank some pretty good damage from our Herald here. Not a very great Herald, mind you. It's just with Hyperion grip and bladed, so. But I am to take down Blue and get our Fabled Tortoise. Should be worth another probably 6 points or so. Gotta wait for Blue to, I mean, we're not taking Blue out instantly, but gotta wait for Blue to do her slide. I think Blue's a her. Probably. I think you probably find it out during the voice logs of Perfectly Peaceful. And looks like we didn't get a drop here on the first run. So let's go ahead and grab those. Not gonna worry about that chest back there, let's just save and quit. Not certain on if you can farm Blue without turning the mission, and I think you can. Maybe not. No, I don't think you can. Okay, yeah, let's go back to Sanctuary. I'll upload a cross save, and then we'll try and grab like a matching grip or bandit grip heartbreaker. I'm not gonna be too picky with it, but I want just like a decent heartbreaker. That thing will be able to put in some work as well as give us a bit of healing. Even on the loaders, it's just like the extra crit damage it provides for our other weapon, and the way fire works on armor in normal mode should make it still a formidable weapon through like wildlife and stuff. Plus we have clan wars and all that to go through yet, so. Alright, hello Moxie.
Thanks, sugar.
I'm gonna upload the save before I forget, and I'm stuck with the random heartbreaker. Yeah, farming mission items with this method is legal for the hunt. But I do believe the rules, I didn't see it in the rules this year, but I'm assuming the rules are that you can only take one item through the method. Like you can't, you know, farm a Heartbreaker with practicable matching grip and then like also put a second Heartbreaker in the stash or another character or something, because, well, I mean, the stash would be the only way because item transferring to another character is banned, but the stash is also basically that. So I'm pretty sure you can't use that method. I don't typically do that for many items anyway, but oh my. Torg Stalk practicable on the first try, but it's TD or grip. That's sad. Takes away from the magazine and the damage. Just because it's practicable, though, I'm going to take it. Like, TD or grip is the worst grip you can get, but the rest of the parts on this thing are actually pretty nice. We're going to give this a go. I also don't need it favorited because it's not a hunt item. We'll take it for now. Should be good enough. Would have preferred literally any other grip, but at least we'll have some reload speed and stuff. So, could be worse. Inconceivable and stuff might extend the magazine and stuff as well, in which case it'll probably be fine. Practicable is definitely nice though. 1 ammo per shot for 12 pellets.
The city may be safe right now. What
Quite
happened?
potent.
Oh, good.
Finally have our second slot of weapons here, so let's... yeah, we'll rock it like this for now, probably. Yeah, I usually use my left slot for my... I don't know why this is favorited. I usually use my left slot for my rocket launcher, like second winds and stuff, but on Sal I'll run rocket on right so that we can have our pairs synced up so I can trade the Herald out for the sniper in combat.
Will you please just hear me out?
Also,
Sure, let's listen to the crazy computer that just tried to kill us.
just turned in the
Remember that time
mission
she told
at
us the
level
vault was full
18.
of loot?
It's with me. I'm charging the vault key.
Continue.
I want to quit without saving, but I don't think I can do that without the stream ending.
Jack is patient, but he's not
So
that
we'll just
patient.
embrace
He's been
the
using my power to forcibly charge the
sadness.
key with iridium.
You will help me
If you
and I will
find
pay
me,
you.
you find the vault key. The vault key is housed in my AI control core atop Thousand
Yeah, I would have
Peaks.
liked to
It's protected
do
by
like
3
a
impassable
different
security
mission
hurdles. The
at
first
this
is a
point
competitor
in
deterrence
time
field
to
that
get a
will
few more
obliterate
levels
any non-Hyperion
before
entity
turning
passing
that
through
in
it.
so that the midgets were
Competitor
scaled a bit
deterrence
higher,
field?
but
What, like a death
we'll
wall?
have to just
It is
roll
a
with it
field
now,
of
I
pure
guess.
thermosonic energy programmed to
I mean,
atomize
unless I
any
go back in
unauthorized
time to the
personnel.
cross save
So
and
yeah,
roll for a new
a death wall.
heartbreaker, but
Beyond
no,
that lies
let's
the
just
second
go.
hurdle, a defense bunker
Ain't nobody got
outfitted with the
time for
most
that.
high-tech weaponry Hyperion.
Let's get back to Caustic Caverns. Grab our fabled tortoise here. And then after the fabled tortoise, we're probably just heading back to farm a bunch of other shit. Probably going to be a lot of farming for the rest of the stream. So if you're buckled in, relaxed, got some snacks ready, and I mean, maybe not, but whatever you're doing, hope you're locked in, ready to relax. That was a pretty nice bubble. Do we make it? Oh, we made it. Nice. You got a grenade jump and get over to that one, but I'm not gonna dwell on it. Just keep it moving. Yeah, that was nice. Good to grab that. I guess I should show this off since it's a new stream, but yeah, I have no tokens put in, so I hope everyone will just believe me throughout the streams that my badass stats are disabled, because they are disabled, but they're also none. They don't exist. Even if I were to enable them, it wouldn't be anything, so we all good. I normally don't play with the badass rank, even on my own time. I do lots of challenge runs and allegiance runs and what have you, but yeah, the only time I ever really used my badass rank is farming for like the Hide of Terramorphous, that type of shit, you know, where you're just like tediously farming an OP10 raid boss over and over again. But yeah, for the most part, I avoid playing with like, you know, super broken glitches and all that stuff, even on my own, just for like the sake of it. Looks like we just got some money launching out there. Nothing else. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that crit damage from the Heartbreaker is definitely helping out with the Herald as well. But it hit level 19. Decent, decent. Hoping tomorrow I can just put in one bigger stream in the afternoon, as well as whatever else I can get around to. Hopefully my internet can hold up for a couple hours here tonight and we can get a bit more done than yesterday. I got that 3.5 hour stream. I was kind of late to the party because I was trying to set up the donation links and all that kind of stuff yesterday. Then 2 runs in a row without even having to stop to wait for a bubble or anything. Let's do the grenade jump this time. Just because we managed to get this shit 2 runs in a row somehow. Now this one I don't believe you can hit a nice normal grenade jump to make, so I'm going to try a method. I'm not good at this, but... I made it onto, like, here, wherever here is. Oh, that grenade didn't work. I was trying to grenade jump to avoid some acid damage, but... Yeah, I think messed up the timing on that a bit. I've never really been good at doing that double grenade jump method. We do have a fastball. Crit damage bonuses apply to grenades on Chrysalis, which is funny. So Skyrocket and the fastball would actually be pretty lethal if we were able to gunzerk some crit damage and have a fastball. That's the problem right now is I don't have any, so maybe next run I'll use my sniper plus the Heartbreaker and the fastball to get some incredibly high damage output, but this run we're just gonna have to settle for... Oh wait, we got a fastball, hold on. Swap over to our crit damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, wow. Yeah, the magazine on this Heartbreaker is definitely a bit rough, but... good old longbow fire burst. Ooh, go away. 17, 0 fuse, I mean... Yeah, crime not to pick it up, right? Let's grab ourselves another skill point into cooldown. And get on to the next run. Some crystals. Always look a bit legendary when they're in the acid like that. Can't really see the item. I gotta learn like the pathing around enemies to make them jump at me, so I can like make them jump from behind me and boost me forward. There's no way we hit this shit 3 times in a row. Oh, I didn't fall into the acid before I hit the bubble. That would have been it. 3 in a row. Incredible. Ka-chow. Getting a bit low on HP, but thankfully the acid didn't last for very long there. Oh, well. Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. Don't have to gunzerk yet, thankfully. Let's see what the Skyrocket does. We saw what the fastball did. But I want to see the Skyrocket with all our crit damage. Crit damage on grenades. It's like the goofiest shit. Alright, blue, slide on over. Thank you. Yeah, some good damage. I was hitting, I believe, 2 of the limbs, so it makes sense. But hey, there it is, Fabled Tortoise. Nice and easy. Ka-chow, level 17, 3,000 capacity. Got a screenshot of it.
Hey, how about that? I'm awesome.
Get it into the collection. Make sure we're still streaming. Yep, stream's still going good. Alright, let's see here. Fabled Tortoise, which is our 14th item. Bringing us to a total of 65 points. Exclamation charity, exclamation hunt, and exclamation points to see the donate link for the cause the hunt supports. The exclamation hunt will take you to the hunt's website where you can find the rules and the spreadsheet and all that, and exclamation points will take you to my personal spreadsheet that shows my items and points for the hunt. can also find them in the description of this and the previous live streams. Said creating online session there. Gotta make sure the stream's still live. I have some like trauma basically from that shit happening and ending my stream. And for like 20 minutes past where I was streaming, but the screen just was black kind of shit. So now we go back to Sanctuary. Let's go back to here. Throw the Fabled Tortoise into the bank for now. 3,000 at level 18 is pretty crazy in terms of capacity. How much HP does that thing take away when you use it? Quite a lot. But no, this thing is an absolute tank. Just that movement speed, man. Yeah, that is rough. Wouldn't favorite that, though. Don't think we have any room in the bank for it at the moment, so let's just check out our stuff. We can get rid of the Hulk, right? We'll keep it for now. Fire Burst. The Flame of the Firehawk isn't an item you need for points, so we'll just sell that off. It's going to be outdated now at level 10. Yeah, World's kind of our oyster right now. We have a lot of farms we could do. So, yeah, let's grab Clan Wars, let's grab Mobley, Gettle, and stuff.
Why ain't you bought something yet?
And we don't really have a ton of Iridium. We could grab Perfectly Peaceful off of Hammerlock to shorten the route over to the Minecraft Easter egg. Let's grab that. Mighty Morphin would just be a decent XP farm. Might have done that if we wanted to get to 21 before midgets, but I kind of already messed that up. We should be able to get that level just from the other farming we're going to do anyway. Probably end up around midgets at the end of the stream. I was a bit enthusiastic about yesterday's first stream reaching midgets. So we have quite a bit of stuff to do. Now that we have that Fabled Tortoise, though, we're going to be able to just farm whatever and not worry about our XP. Got it as low as level as we could, thankfully. 3,000 is still going to be rough for a Raider class mod, though. Still going to have to reach probably around level 50 to get our movement speed out of that. Let's head over to the Bloodshot Stronghold and grab a Stormfront. I'm not sure exactly which level this will be, but we have multiple drop sources per run. I don't believe they have 10% drop chance each, though, unless I've just been extremely unlucky every time I've ever farmed them. But I do believe they probably have below average drop rate each, just to make up for there being multiple of them per run. Let's equip the right mission here. You can actually farm this mission without turning it in. This is one of those missions. But maybe I confused that one mission for yesterday.
Need a way to lure them out. Head to Moxie's and acquire some bait I have ordered.
Already got the bait,
What few wits
thankfully.
you have about you. These mutants are not to be trifled with. Cut them no slack.
I'm taking a good deal of damage heading through this room. Get ourselves out of health gate there.
You must communicate with the beast.
Do some damage to this room with our Heartbreaker out. Get our HP up. Finally have some healing, which is definitely nice.
Is that marshmallows and stag urine I smell? Yummy! Come on in, dude!
Skyrocket's gonna be our only way to just like take these guys out before their teleportation, but we're definitely not doing too bad otherwise. This Heartbreaker is putting in some work right now. I'm almost tempted to go some Heartbreaker plus Sniper just for some like insane crit damage. Yeah, that's all four of them without getting a drop, unfortunately.
Blood money with your name on it. You might assume this to be a metaphor. You would be incorrect.
probably go turn the mission in before continuing to farm, just because she says the same voice lines and shit every time if you don't. Normally doesn't bother me that much, but just for the sake of the video, not constantly yapping about these mutants are not to be trifled with. Like every time I run back here. Hopefully I don't have to run back here many times at all, but we'll run one more back and then turn it in. How about that? That way I can show off the annoying yap and why we would turn it in instead, even though it can be farmed without the turn-in. Get a rock salt for turn-in, but that's not going to be any use to us at this point with the Heartbreaker in our collection. The voice line should trigger probably when we're walking up to the fast travel. Or, not fast travel, the save station. Down through this tunnel here. They're not quite strong enough of a shield to run through here unharmed yet. Yeah. Keep what bits you have about you. See what I did there? If you just run forward into the machine as it unfolds, it like pushes you upwards without having to jump. I've actually had the antenna push me up all the way before. Climb up that without even using jump. Got one of those to get our health all the way back up, even though it's only like 2% healing. Just because we have a bunch of enemies in that room we hit with the skyrocket. Let's throw this, because I should be able to hit this guy with it nice and easy. No first guy drop. Second guy got taken out by my guns alone before he could teleport, which is kind of crazy. Didn't drop anything either. So we'll take out these two when they reappear. We'll throw one of these, we'll probably take them both out. Catch out. Alright, looks like nothing again. Still getting some decent XP out of the farm, finally. We've gotten, what? Almost 4 bars off of them. Yeah, 7 magazine and reduced damage is definitely a tiny bit rough, but definitely wouldn't be sad to see that if I was still a little bit lower level. I wouldn't have minded if either of them were crit, like Tum-Tum prefix either, but plus reload speed, plus 3 insight, I think we'll throw that in the backpack. Could help us with speed farming something, where we can take damage to boost our movement speed with 8 insight. Could be decent. Maybe farming Captain Flint just became a little bit more viable by using all of our enemies to boost our movement speed on the way there. Could be a thing. I probably want to go respec into Insight and actually throw that class mod on. Cooldown's nice, but movement speed is actually going to be great for this farm too. So while we're returning in the mission, we'll drop our first respec of the playthrough. Alright, so it's not going to get us to the cooldown skill like I was hoping before, but get all of that insight. Magazine size could be an option here, and I'm actually going to go for the magazine size and our last longer. Let's throw that beast class mod on with plus 3 insight for 48% movement speed. Very nice. Let's make sure that's applying. I know if you respec while a class mod's equipped, you kind of have to like equip a different one or re-equip the same one for the bonuses to actually applying the code or something. Just a little disclaimer for anyone respecing. Matching grip fire rock salt. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than this. It's Hyperion stock too. Only thing better would be Torg stock, I think. I don't even really know the difference between the two either. That's just like a great rock salt. That's hilarious. I didn't even have to farm it, and we got like a perfect one. Minus, I would have liked, what, the assault prefix for 2 more pellets. Yeah, like, not a gun I'm gonna end up using most likely. Let's check out its stats. Hits a bit harder than the Heartbreaker, but it doesn't have healing. It doesn't have crit damage. It doesn't have accuracy. It takes 2 ammo per shot. Like, yeah, it's just far inferior. If it was on level, it definitely hit harder than the Heartbreaker, excluding crit damage. But let's go to... I think let's go back and pick up some stuff that we've skipped on a little bit. Did I pick up the mission from good old... No, I didn't. Let's go grab the Infinity Pistol, the Logan's Gun, the Rolling Thunder, the Baby Maker. Yeah, just like all these ones we kind of skipped over on the way to the Fabled Tortoise. Maybe I'll be able to grab a few of the items in the fridge as well. Although the Infinity's actually got a lot of different drop sources later on. I probably could have just like waited. I'd probably get him like the gold golem or some random shit later on, but let's grab the cold shoulder. I think that's the only one we need from Scooter. And that'll unlock our farm for Laney, as well as if we do the other mission, we can get Smashhead and Rackman out of the way. We've got just like a giant haul of points coming up, leading right into Loot Midgets too, so yeah, it's gonna be some pretty farming heavy gameplay for the rest of the stream, and probably the next stream too, depending on how long this stream ends up going for, or if my internet inevitably cuts it out. Speaking of which, let me reload and make sure we're still alive. Looks like we are. Yeah, we have a lot in the dust to do as well. We still have Pyrophobia to grab. Yeah, like, we got lots to do here for points, so let's get it rolling. Get that points up. We're at, what, 65 right now? Let me have another look. Yeah, 65 points at the moment. So we get all these items, we may be able to break 100 here in this stream if the internet is kind to me and we aren't too unlucky with drops. Still feeling like I got quite a bit of energy in me for streaming, so as long as the internet holds up, we should be able to get some decent progress done here. I should have just drove into the door there, but yeah, just because it's on the mission, we gotta enter one of the doors rather than jumping up the front like I would during farming. I almost want to just like not use the Herald right now, so let's just throw on double fire shotgun because we can. Ah, it does the thing, let's go. If you look straight up or straight down with this certain optic, you can get like a twirly effect. I think it only affects bandit shotguns, but I may have seen it happen with a different type of shotgun like once. I don't know if you can get that sight on anything other than bandits. Pretty funny though.
Keep your mitts off my phone!
Now what good you fancy? I'll be damned. That's it. If I'm gonna trip.
Alright, so this mission item isn't clogging our shit the whole run. Let's go ahead and actually use it to take out the bandits for the mission. Oh, I killed 2 of them with it before the mission objective updated, so...
So it looks like that gun uses iridium tech to turn bullets into
stuff that ain't bullets. Energy stuff. God damn, iridium is weird.
This thing's just an absolute ammo hog.
I've been doing some research. Looks like there's all types of E-Tech guns out there for you to find. Blaster rifles, plasma cannons, rail guns. Sounds dangerously awesome.
Turns out most of them are complete dog shit. The plasma casters are okay, and the Topnia and PBFG rocket launchers are okay. The TDR launcher might be okay on Krieg. Outside of that, most E-Tech is ass. You got like the Norfleet being probably the strongest E-Tech item in the game. It's legendary though, so it's just using E-Tech weapon parts. E-Tech rarity itself, I'd have to just give the crown to Topnia probably. Yeah, after we're done with everything else in the hunt, even if we don't make it during the time limit of the event, I will be continuing to stream this likely, just for the sake of finishing it for fun. But when we finish all of that off, I really wouldn't mind hunting for the Deadly Bloom. I could end up doing that in, oh my god, of course it fucking teleports me down here instead of, oh. Yeah, and that's perfectly timed to fuck me too. And this thing doesn't work, so we can't teleport to our car from it. Oh boy, everything's going great. I don't really want to have to do the mission to get the spawn point, but oh my god, and we get iridium. Come on, launch me. I was not ready to hold forward because this stupid skag was charging me. Get off my dick, bro. Let me go up to Doc Mercy. It's been so long using this method to farm him back in the day, when the Infinity was the most hype gun in the game. Speaking of Doc Mercy, where is his bitch ass? Still like no ammo for this goofy thing.
I took off one of my patients. Looks like all the weapon manufacturers licensed E-Tech from Hyperion for their experimental guns. I guess that explains how I got so rich off that iridium after the hunting.
Okay, we're close to finishing our objective here. Bandits we need. Never see this damned thing again.
Watching you blast those bandits with that E-Tech gun, I've come to a medically sound conclusion. E-Tech is freaking dope. Come on back to me whenever you're done out there.
Alright, not seeing any Infinity pistols. Probably take a few runs and try and find one. I don't want to spend all of our time at the Infinity though. We'll probably come back to it. There's lots of other drop sources too, so not entirely certain why I decided to pick up the quest here in normal mode, but we'll give it a few runs and see if we can't just get lucky with it nice and early. Throw some extra points on the list. Although this drive is just a pain in my ass, so maybe not. Let's just go head over and get Mobley and Gettle unlocked, and then we can possibly farm Chubbies, Mobley, Gettle, Black Queen. We'll do Clan Wars and unlock one of those guys to take out. I mean, we'll want to do both of them, but it's actually not that hard to do that. If you don't kill all the like back supporting enemies or like a good enough amount of them, it doesn't choose a side for you. So you can just like take out the boss, save quit, take out the different boss, save quit, and you don't really have to worry about it. As long as you're on the mission still. Once you finish the mission, then yeah, you're kind of locked in, but...
Thanks for coming out to see me. Got a fun little project.
3 slagged spider ants right there, by the way. Interesting.
The Hodunks and the Zephyrs have been having a half-assed feud for years, and I've been thinking the world might be a teensy-weensy bit better if all of them were dead. Or at least one of them. Grab those explosives and the clan emblems. The emblems are back in the junkyard. Here's my plan. Go to Hodunk's.
Oh yeah, look at that movement speed.
By which I mean shoot lots of people and look damn good doing it.
That'll be good for farming, that's for sure. Oh, I did not mean to teleport, I was going to just redeploy. Well, I think we can still get out of here. Alright, let's go speedrun the Gulag real quick. Insight bonuses should be able to give me some nice movement speed through this map. I should be in pretty much constant fire the whole way. We are on double fire shotguns though, so that's not going to be quite what I'm looking for on this map. Or Herald back on. Oh, 17 adaptive, probably worth picking up. That absorbs like okay too, but yeah, let's just grab this adaptive. It's not quite as tanky as the TDR we have on there, but it's going to be giving us some bonus HP. I always just favorite everything out of habit. Alright, someone hit me, give me some movement speed. There we go, movement speed. Yes. This is great. I'm going so fast. It's beautiful. Be great for farming. Yippee-ki-yay with cooldown rate. That might be a... That increases the time you can Gunzerk based on taking people out. I really don't know which of those is better, so we'll keep both of them for now. Yippee-ki-yay is probably the better one, but yeah, we'll keep the Yippee-ki-yay one for now.
You'll break us out of here if I tell you, right, Mowgli? Of course. I'm your pal, Carson. Now where's that chest? The flats. Buried under a grave. So when do we bust out of here? Carson's
But
dead?
HP regens coming in pretty nice so far.
I've heard of that Mowgli guy. Small town bandit. Dangerous. Watch yourself.
See what we can get off our skyrockets here. Not enough to stop me from going down, but... This is doing a little bit more than it is. There's fire on armor, but normal mode and all. Alright, anything in this chest? Let off sniper with fire damage, 241. Yeah, we still got 308, so we still got to beat out by a little bit. Go ahead and make our way out of the map. Movement speed. Stand with every time, just keeping our insight procced. Incredible. Use our guns, our get our HP back here. Been cut out of the video for a second there. I was just making sure that the my brain just completely blanked. Anyway, now I can show you this where the catapult technical comes in handy. If you boost down this hill and then up this one, you can just come right up on top of it and get into this back area where the cars normally aren't able to reach. So it's pretty nice. A little shortcut right to the bosses here.
Finally! I've been waiting in that church for hours for someone to dig it up.
We have our first relics. None of them do a whole lot for us, but this one makes us get out of fight for your life with some extra HP, so sure, I guess.
Alright, jackass. We all draw when the church bell rings for the third time.
Alright, let's take these guys out with a skyrocket, probably. Stand back, like, right here. Gettle will probably jump at Mobley. A first run with the Varuk. Matching grip, dull stock? What the hell? Level 19? Beautiful. Go ahead and grab a screenshot of that. Alright, let's mark this off. Item number 15. Where is it here? The Varuk. Number 15. If my keyboard would work on the phone. Thank you. Alright. Number 15, confirm. Up to 71 points. Great.
I like it.
I'm gonna go ahead and equip that right away, actually. Let's just throw on Varuk plus Heartbreaker. Have the sniper. Yeah. Be able to get away from the Herald with this for a little while. Let's go ahead and grab our XP relic. I'm not gonna farm it.
Congrats.
5.8 actually seems pretty good for early game. I'll take it. It'll come in handy for, we have SMG max ammo equipped, second wind health. Let's just throw the XP relic on. Level 19, a Hulk here is going to be wonderful. Let's get rid of this old 16 one. The rock salt's going to be... let's hold on to it for now because we have backpack space. Okay. An Anarchist, level 19, still probably not going to outperform the Herald, unfortunately. Rifle's like fine, but we literally just got this matching grip Varuk, so let's have a quick peek down at spawn location for Black Queen. So we can't pick up a Nukem perhaps as well. Looks like these enemies are scaled to level 22, which is nice. Hey, we did get a Black Queen spawn. Getting her spawn's half the battle with getting the Nukem, honestly. You can just get it from the Torg vending machines later on, but oh wow, this reload feels really nice on this. Let's get a bit closer here. This thing is more powerful when you're aiming down. It shoots 5 instead of 3 pellets. Looks like our first attempt at Black Queen did not yield a Nukem, so we're gonna have to go back, pick up some assault rifle ammo upgrades in Sanctuary to rock this gun, but for now, let's just drop the save quits and keep going for a Lyuda for a few runs, probably. first run Rook's definitely a nice pickup, but I kind of expected to pick that up along the way anyway. By the time we get a Lyuda, it's just how the universe works at this farm. Like, the Lyuda is the better of that weapons, so you want a Lyuda, and you get 18 Varooks while trying to get one Lyuda, you know. It's just my experience with farming it anyway, usually. A little Hulk on the loading screen. If we had a second Hulk, I'd totally just like dual wield Hulks. That'd be funny. Wish I could get a second Heartbreaker, but by the rules, that's not possible. Unless we're literally using this level 18 Heartbreaker in TVHM, but not going to be doing that one. Rolled a clip of me using this level 18 Heartbreaker in TVHM for some obscure lighting enemies on fire for the Varkids or some shit. The boost to go at it again. I messed it up this run. You just gotta make sure you start boosting like right here before you start going downhill, and then just line it up pretty much anywhere along here. If you can't make it up that hill, you can just like angle yourself kind of diagonally on it and stuff, and you can make your way over. Even if you stall out at the bottom, like as long as you stay on top of the hill, you should be good. Alright, go ahead and take good old boy Mobley out here. We have some extra crit damage applying to our Varuk in the wrong hand. But absolutely obliterated Gettle. Never saw it come in. Let's go on down here and try and find a Black Queen again. Keep my eyes peeled out to the side there in case we end up rolling a chubby spider ant. And no Black Queen spawn, so we're just going to go ahead and drop the save quit right away here. Might as well integrate her into the run, considering she's kind of rough to get to spawn sometimes. There is like a couple other ways, I mean like the vendor, and I think there's another way you can get the Nukem too, but yeah. No glitching with the Nukem. So, Nukem is just the Nukem. Nukem's definitely one of the best candidates for the Flacker glitch. Only outclassed by the Ahab in terms of raw damage. And then it's quite easily outperformed by even like a green rarity launcher for the Pimpernel glitch. None of which we'll be using in this playthrough, mind you, but just for anyone interested in that kind of stuff. Basically the Pimpernel launcher glitch is based off of money shot and your launcher being empty, so like the magazine of your launcher is what dictates the damage of the money shot. And so essentially the Nukem and Ahab have terrible magazines, so finding a green or blue rarity launcher with, you know, bandit exhaust, mag prefix, matching grip, etc., you can end up rolling a pretty high magazine, and then you add the true neutral monk with 50 to 90%, roughly. I don't know the exact percentages, but I know it's somewhere in that range. I've seen 80 something anyway. For magazine size, you can add the Torg Allegiance Relic to push you over the threshold for magazine size, and you don't make it off of just that combo. And you can easily bypass the 12 magazine size needed for max money shot and do a lot more damage than the Ahab or Nukem would do with the same setup. Not to say you can't use those methods to boost the Nukem and Ahab, it's just they're not going to reach 12 meg, meaning the damage output, I believe, should just be higher in a blue derp launcher for the glitch. When I first found that out, I was like, wow, that's pretty good knowledge. And most people just grab an Ahab and a Pimpernel and are like, ooh, glitch, high damage. But there's actually like ways to min-max it and run it as a build, essentially. I mean, if you're using that as a build, you're probably farming like a fucking raid boss at OP10. But, I mean, some people get fun out of just being OP as shit, so, I mean, to each their own, right? I personally like... extremely challenging situations and overcoming very difficult obstacles, so, and like improving my skill through doing so. That's like my forte with gaming. How, I was about to say, how did we fall off that, but we managed to stick to it. That was a bit of a rough landing up top. Should be able to just take this guy out with my skyrocket when he spawns. There he goes. And let's just go ahead and wipe Gettle off the face of the earth. Still no Layuda, unfortunately. Let's see if we can manage to pick up another Varuk over here. Doesn't look to be, so run it back. Occasionally still mess it up, but pretty consistent with it these days. I used to have a tough time even making it over, but with lots and lots of practice, that has become quite muscle memory to me. Only we could, I mean, you can ADS while gunzerking if you do like the right inputs before you gunzerk, but if I could just aim down sight to get that 5 bullets per shot on the Varuk while gunzerking, and just go infinitely crazy. Matching grip Skullmasher on the loading screen with the what's Chickaman prefix? Chickaman Skullmasher, matching grip, decent. Definitely a slap here in normal mode, that's for sure. A bit later on, maybe not so much, but normal and true, that type of Skullmasher would go absolutely crazy, especially with some offhand crit or something. Some slag or whatever. Can't tell, I'm pretty used to deploying catapult technicals and I'm speed farming for items. Able to change over to catapult and deploy all in like a muscle memory input chain. Similar to save quitting basically, you know. Hey, there's a second Varuk. Doesn't look. I thought it was fire element for a second. Had to take a peek, but no points for this one, unfortunately. Stability, Vladoff grip, 19. Yeah, basically just better fire rate, and everything else is worse. Might sell it for some money because we're kind of broke, but the one we rolled for points is actually a very, very nice roll, honestly. Only thing that could have been better is maybe level 20 if these guys drops can scale to that level. Only seen 19s from them so far, but I haven't been paying attention to their greens or anything for level 20s or 21s or anything. Good old Molly 1 grip slag out there, that's pretty nice looking. That's what Molly 1, why did I almost say exhaust, stock there as well, right? Randomly thinking about launcher parts when I have no launchers in my mind. Interesting. Must be some like subconscious like connection to the Nukem or something. Also haven't been dropping down for Black Queen in the last few runs, so that
You don't step up, my
pay
boys
attention
will
to
have
that
something
as
to say
well.
about it.
Feel myself getting a tiny bit hungry, but we still have a good deal of farming to do, so I might go and grab like a quick snack to eat while I play kind of thing in a few minutes here, but I still want to get some more done tonight before we log off. Skookum prefix on a Muck Muck, pretty decent, but really looking for that Jacob sniper with Tum Tum to offhand crit until we get a Lady Fist. Offhand transferring can't be banned, surely, because then it, like, you'd have to be careful about not using specific weapons, like, just picking up a Jacob sniper and using it with any other weapon is technically crit transferring. Using the Heartbreaker along with any other weapon is health steal transferring. Like, there's just so many things like that that, like, there's no way you can just straight up ban stuff like that on its own. You just have to ban the oppressive parts of it, like the amp shield glitch with the offhand, like where you wear any amp shield beside the B shield and just save quit, and every time you save quit, you without closing the game, I believe, any save quit in a row, well, not in a row, but you know what I mean, without unequipping the amp shield or closing your game, you can stack your amp shield damage by itself each time you save and quit. So if it's like 4 million, and then 8 million, and then 12 million, so on and so forth, incrementally increasing by the same amount as the original amp damage, infinitely. So there's like things like that that would definitely be way too abusable and have to be banned. Same with like the flacker and stuff like that. Using a flacker with normal weapons shouldn't be an issue, and honestly, gunzerking the flacker in general is kind of just bad outside of using it with launchers, which is banned, so I guess that is like, that's a pretty big restriction to gunzerk, is that you literally can't dual wield a launcher with the flacker, but I mean, in the case you're dual wielding a launcher with the flacker, it's generally just gonna be for that glitch anyway, so the only time I can see it accidentally making its way into gameplay is if you have the flacker equipped as a normal weapon and then a launcher equipped for second winds, and you like are swapping weapons will in Fight for Your Life or something, and you like swap to both of them on accident or something as a shot gets fired and like you get too much damage. That's like the only way I see it accidentally happening, right? So yeah, just like for consistency's sake, you probably just unequip launchers whenever you have the flacker equipped, just to make sure shit like that doesn't happen. I know in previous years, even things like double shotting might have been banned, which may have been a reason why I wasn't as wasn't as easy for me to just step in to the hunt officially, because of course double shotting is an ingrained part of my muscle memory with the game, which makes it very difficult if that was banned to just play the game, because I habitually do like reload cancels and shit like that all the time, just as part of gameplay, as a gamer who enjoys gaining skill as one of my one of the parts I enjoy most about gaming. So yeah, just like stuff like that. That's the third Varuk. I told you, the Varuk's always gonna drop infinitely more times than the Layuta. Could grab reload, could grab cooldown. I'm gonna grab steady as she goes, just to like buff accuracy and stuff here. This is level 20, and it's got deep prefix, flat off grip. It's interesting how high the fire rate is on it. The damage is better too, so I'm thinking that we actually grab this one and use it just because it's level 20. It's outperformed in some areas, but the new steady as she goes and stuff, we should be able to get some pretty crazy results out of this stronger one. That wouldn't be a bad grenade, but we can do better. Yeah, so it can drop at level 20, so ideally we get magic grip level 20 and stuff like that, but, you know, this one's fire rate's definitely going to be a menace. Need to get some ammo SDUs for it, though. We have filled to the brim, so we're gaining some magazine already, which definitely helps with the non-matching grip situation with this one, but yeah, that reload was just incredible on that other copy with our class mod bonus, the insight bonus, and stuff like that. We have a lot of reload speed right now, so we really shouldn't have to worry too much about non-matching grip on the Varuk here. That extra 23 damage or whatever per bullet's pretty gonna be pretty noticeable. I mean, alternatively, and then I guess I'll just like, I'm gonna take the launcher off for now, and we'll just do like, let's do it like this: sniper, shotgun, and double Haruks. And then I should be able to, yeah, swap like this over to my healing for when I need healing, and then to the Varuk for when I want to do big boy damage at close range. Yep, love when the controller disconnects mid trying to climb a fucking mountain. This is gonna probably mess me up. No, we're good.
My boys will have something to say about it.
Yeah, I really have no clue why the controller would disconnect there. I haven't shifted my position or moved how I'm holding the controller or anything, so no, it's literally just like, oh, don't have enough electricity now, time to shut off for no reason. Weird. Yeah, the ADS definitely makes it a menace. This fire rate on this thing's also just like generally pretty cracked. I'm not getting the crit damage out of that. Heartbreaker might actually like be less damage on double Varuk, but I still think it's just fun just having some like spray and pray ass weapons like this equipped. You don't get much use out of this gun in late game either. It's pretty bad, but this Black Queen, man, she spawned like once. I don't know how many times I've checked for her. There was definitely a few runs where I didn't, but definitely checked enough where we should add more than the one spawn on run 1. Keeps. Oh wait, no wait. I actually could have salvaged that, and I threw it. Oops. Yeah, but I keep going to the right hand side a little bit too much. You gotta kind of aim to the left of that bigger piece of rock, like right here, in this more clear area. But I mean, we made it over that rock on the first try. It's not impossible, but it's just you gotta be pretty much perfect with it. We gotta jump, and that car is not going where we want it to. Swap over to the correct Varuk here. I want to just get like a good double headshot beam with these. Come on. Yeah, it still might just be out damaged by having the Heartbreaker equipped. Cannon's good money, but we'll leave it there for now. Not too stressed about money. Not really much use for it in this game anyway, outside of like ammo in late game is pretty expensive. But the Hoarder class mod, Gunzerk, and Logan's gun with a shame shield, we should have all our ammo covered in late game. Magic missile and shit too will be able to give us grenades nice and easy. Speaking of that, we might want to make our way to Tina DLC at some point. We're gonna have to do it in normal mode for the sake of getting a low-level magic missile. Definitely not getting ourselves a Nukem this run. Taking some time there to create the session or whatever. So let's make sure we're still live. Looks good. Holy shit, man. How did it fucking knock me backwards off when I was trying to turn? Now we're at a bad angle on this approach too. We might not make it. Come on. Let's go up the hill. Thank you. Struggling a little bit too much of that for my liking the last couple of runs. That was just a clean launch right into that other rock. Wow. It's definitely pretty ammo consumption heavy. I really wish it would just drop the Layuta. I'm not really here for the Black Queen and Nukem as much as just getting a Layuta and moving on. It's like Clan Wars, but... really nice if the Black Queen would spawn more kings. Thinking it might have been a chubby just by the orangish glow on it there, but... Matching Grip Hornet, Jacob's Sight. Can't tell the prefix, can I? No, I didn't see anything I could distinguish as the prefix. The accessory on it.
You don't step up, my boys will have something to say about it.
Ooh, that's another Hulk. Well, 17, so it's not as good, but gives us the option to dual wield the Hulks now, which is pretty cool. Probably be pretty good in wildlife. The dual Varuk and the dual Hulk combo is probably going to be what I'm rocking through there if we don't get a nice Layuta. Definitely on the side of using the Layuta for points more than a weapon here, but if we get a good Layuta, I'm definitely going to be using it. It's got pretty decent crit damage at 125 without crit prefix, so let me get offhand regardless, as well as just a potent weapon, so. Almost level 22 now, definitely would have been high enough level for midgets before picking up wildlife if I didn't accidentally shotgun it when we did.
Get away from the caravan!
Nothing. There you go. This is the one. Come on.
I don't think so.
That was not the one. That is slag, though. What's the backpack looking like? 11. That's a little crowded. Let's get this rock salt out of here. I got this kind of trash Baruch here as well. Definitely gonna sell it, though. And the rest of this is necessary, but yeah, let's grab that for some slag. Come in handy. Feeling we're not dropping down far enough to the right here or something. There's some like weird coding with Black Queen that I've never gotten to understand. But it's something to do with like staying to the right side as you hit that save station, and I don't know. It might just be also a complete what do you call it? It might just be a superstition as well. It might just be a random percentage chance each run for her to spawn. I have no clue. Still haven't gotten down to that nitty gritty with Black Queen before. But yeah, it's just, I'm never lucky with Black Queen spawns, so I feel like it's probably just a low, like 10-20% chance to spawn or some shit per run or something. Some goofy shit, you know?
Back off!
Not what I was trying to do. Trying to reload. Didn't go quite as I intended. Still not picking up that Lyuda, unfortunately. level 22 in our grasp. Let's grab some inconceivable for now. This thing's pretty ammo hungry, so try and cut down a little bit of ammo consumption perhaps. No, didn't go for Black Queen that run, but Gettle's being pretty stingy. Come on, bro.
Walk-ins, suckers. Catch a ride.
Get away from the caravan!
Come on, what was that bullshit, bro? The front tire like collided with the ground and like bounced me off in a strange way. Hey, get out of the way, man. Fuck. It's always frustrating when the car barges into you and interrupts you trying to get over the hill. Alright, let's not bounce off the ground like a fucking twit and go over the mountain. Thank you. And Varuk number 4. I'll grab it to sell, but really wish we could just get the damn Lyra now. Like I said, it's always you get 18 Varuks and then the Lyra. If we get the Nukem before the Lyra, then there's something wrong. Black Queen has spawned like 2 or 3 times this whole time, and I've already killed Gettle like, I want to say close to 15 times. I don't know how long we've been at this so far, but to get 4 Varuks, we have to be like 15 runs in, surely. It's been a little bit. We've been here for a little while. Still got some other items yet to farm after we finish up here. Quite a few, actually. Hopefully break the 100-point mark today is the goal. I think we have like nearly 1,000 points, so second day breaking 100 is going to be a little bit rough. We have to make some more significant progress, but if I can get a lot of these base game, just kind of generic ones out of the way, we'll be able to get our rocket jumping bada booms and stuff like that. Hopefully, I don't know why I exited the car. I'm looking at the rocket jumping bada booms and stuff without too much issue. I'm probably looking for just like 2 matching wrap bada booms. Doesn't really matter outside of that, hopefully. Except like maybe a shock one would be unusable. Maybe it'll break my shield a little 50 too hard or something, or you know, hopefully we can just get 2 matching grip bada booms in a pretty short time. Rocket jumping later on. Outside of that, I'm not gonna stress too much. I don't know how much effect rocket speed has on rocket jumping and stuff like that exactly. I haven't done like too much comparing, but I bet rocket speed makes rocket jumping a little bit easier. It probably depends actually. It probably just affects the timing if you're jumping a little bit, and then like the rocket speed would technically make the rockets hit the ground faster, so you'd get more rockets hitting you because you're not as high in the air. Perhaps, I don't know. There's gotta be something to it, but actually able to get a Black Queen spawn here, which is nice. Unfortunately, took myself out instead of the Black Queen, but yeah, still no drop, unfortunately. Let's keep it going. Looks like we've got someone tuning into the stream. Welcome. Just in the middle of trying to farm for our Lyuda and Nukem at the moment. Gotten 4 Farouks off Mobley here already, but unfortunately I just can't pick up that Lyuda off Gettle. Being pretty stingy. Come on, guy.
I'm hungry.
Nope. Never lucky. Let's see if the Black Queen spawned while we're here. Some random spider ants. Still haven't seen a chubby or anything. Hey, 2 Black Queens back to back. That's not very common, at least not for me. That insight movement speed with the beast is just so nice. It's gonna be really nice for getting to creeper Easter egg and shit like that, probably. Still no Nukem. Unfortunate. The fact we haven't got a Lyuda by now is almost baffling, honestly. Just 4 Varooks, no Lyuda. I can't remember what my biggest record was for one Lyuda, like how many Varooks to get beforehand. I think it was like 13 or something. I got like 13 Varooks before a Lyuda. It was ridiculous. Just comedy. Not even comedy, but just straight frustrating. Comedy to anyone else watching, but just a little bit rough. Almost 23 off this. I've been here for a little bit. Hopefully we can just clean up this Lyuda and move on. We might just change it up for a change of scenery here. Come back to this a bit later, perhaps. We still have quite a few other items we can grab before. Where's with those jank bounces, bro? Got a few more items we can still pick up before we progress. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm just... haven't really planned too much of the hunt. Just been gonna pick up as many points as I can along the way, kind of thing, and make sure I get my normal and true hunter shit out of the way before advancing. And other than that, I'm just kind of improvising on the fly. I don't have any routing plans or anything like that. Maybe next year I'll go a little bit more hardcore with it when I know I'll have, most likely anyway, have a more consistent Wi-Fi. Slagged spider ant. Could have been a chubby. I'm sure we'll have enough chances to grab the chubby loot pool when we're farming tubbies for class mods and pearls and shit in UVHM. Yeah, hoping to just get a few more of these drops out of the way here, break 100 points, and then from there I'll probably just like speed run ahead in the story, except when we need a bit of XP probably. Get up to where we can get the Bada Boom, and then that's going to be one of the biggest time consumers here in normal mode, is getting a couple hopefully matching grip Bada Booms for rocket jumping. But have to make sure I'm completely happy with the ones we're going to be using for rocket jumping before we leave normal mode. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck with some shit ones if we have shit ones and leave normal mode. Which could honestly be fine. A Bada Boom's a Bada Boom at the end of the day. My car's falling. I'm just sick of that shit happening, so let me have the shit on foot. I ain't fucking looping around to drive back up that shit again. Come on. Come on now. Normally I'm pretty damn consistent with this, but occasionally I get those weird collisions with the ground where it like bounces you backwards or something. That one I just didn't have good enough momentum to carry me up and stop myself from falling back. There it is, finally. Slag Jacob Stock matching grip's not bad, but everything else about this thing is trash. Level 19 is whatever. Definitely like the matching grip, but I take good stock. Makes that recoil brutal. Item number 16 in the collection. Let's go ahead and throw that in the spreadsheet. Boom, bringing us up to a total of 77 points. Decent. I can check my spreadsheet by the... Okay, what is happening? Why is it? Okay, yeah, you can check the spreadsheet with exclamation points in the chat. Did I screenshot this? Well, let me screenshot this, make sure I got a screenshot. I think I did, but... Go ahead and throw that one in the collection. Saving the Nukem farm for a bit later, if we don't get it here. There's other ways to get it too, so I'm not too stressed on that. Mainly just want to change the scenery. We've been here for a little while. No Black Queen either, so yeah, just make our way out of here. Decent. That Lyuda was a little bit of a pain in the ass, and then of course it drops me like a pretty bad roll outside the grip, but again, it's normal mode. It'll be fine. The slag sniper is actually probably pretty useful for us, all things considered, especially in longer range fights. We'll be able to hit triple pellets for slag with it. Be good for like offhand crit. There's other utility to that Lyuda. Yeah, it's actually our best slagging weapon now, over that random shotgun we found. So let's get that out of the inventory. And yeah, 45%. If we're hitting three pellets per shot on an automatic weapon like that, it's almost guaranteed slag. So very nice. Slag and crit bonuses for offhand will be good benefit for that. So let's make our way back to the fast travel finally. I'm not sure how long we spent here in the dust, but we've been here for a little while grabbing some points. Anyway. We can do Clan Wars, but I will save that for a little bit after we do something else. I just want a bit of a change of scenery from the dust here. So just trying to pay me a bit. Oh my. Bro actually crushed me. Oh my god. You know, way bro drove into Ellie's, murks me, runs me over, and then leaves. Comedy. We still haven't got that Gwen's head either. We'll have to grab that at some point, but I'm not too worried about that one. We can get Perfectly Peaceful done and unlock the Creeper Easter egg. Still have Wilhelm to farm, as well as Bartlesby. Get Stormfront. Pyrophobia, but we'll probably just wait on that one until Hyperius. Thunderbolt Fist, we'll get off Sparky. Let's go to Bloodshot and grab the Stormfront, probably. Lots of enemies in the way with all of our insight should make it a nice and quick run over there. With multiple enemies per run, it shouldn't take too long to grab this drop. Again, I don't know their exact drop rate. I want to say it's not the regular 10% of most legendaries, just because it's a multi-enemy thing and how many times I usually have to kill them to get a drop. If it is 10%, then I'm just massively unlucky, but I have a pretty good inkling that it's below 10% specifically for these guys. If not, though, feel free to correct me. If it is 10%, then I'm just horrendously unlucky with this farm normally. Fortunately, this Varuk's pretty ammo consumption heavy, so let's throw our Lyuda in here. This is the one we got for points. Let's gotta make sure of that. This horror show is definitely getting retired now, so let's throw on our Herald probably. Yeah, good enough. Although, let's go, just for now, Heartbreaker Lyuda will be good for the crit damage and slag. Doubling up on these two guns' crit damage is going to be absolutely lethal. Like, they just like insta teleport. Yeah, we definitely have some pretty solid damage in our hands at the moment with these two. Lyuda itself is just a good weapon, even if it's in slag. Like, look at that. Boom. Gone. Gone. Oh, so I got this one guy to take out. Hey! Nice and easy. Rubberized is ugly, but we will take it. Drop screenshot on that. Where is it here? The Storm Front, 6 points. Beautiful. This is item number 17. So, asterisk 17. Up to 83 points in total. Beautiful. Go ahead and collect that. Throw ourselves a little favorite on it. Get rid of the skin. And we'll take out Flinter while we're here, just because I can. Oh, that was nice. First run. We made a couple runs here earlier, like 2 or 3 or something, but nice to see that come through on first run after a little bit of a dry streak with the Lyuda there. Alright, nothing crazy here, unless that's crit prefix Jacob Sniper, which it's not. Which I would be able to tell anyway, because it has the, or no, that's stability with the tripod mounts. The crit prefix is, or no, maybe that is the crit prefix. I can't remember. It's been, no, yeah, because the vertical foregrip on the sniper is the stability prefix. The kind of mount tripod things is the grip accessory on snipers. Alright, Stormfront in the collection. So let's head on over to Tundra, I guess. Let's go grab our Lullables Logan's gun for rocket regen later, and possibly Rolling Thunder. I usually get the Rolling Thunder a bunch of times before the Logan's gun, similar how the Varuk and Lyuda usually treat me, but we'll swing by Bartlesby on the way here, see if we can't get a nice little baby maker on the way. I made a few runs earlier, but I was not lucky enough to grab it. It's also when my stream died earlier. It was during a Bartlesby run. So yeah, we'll just throw our pair of Varuks in the back seat, and we use Lyuda plus Heartbreaker as our main weapons right now. These are specifically pretty good for this fight too. Heartbreaker plus Lyuda should rip Bartlesby apart. Especially if I find the range for the Lyuda there. Alright. No drop, unfortunately, but yeah. Even in slag, this layer does just fine. Smashing grip's pretty nice too. Gunzark's gonna make sure we have the ammo to support it, which is beautiful. Okay, let's make our way over to Wilhelm. Like come back for Bartlesby a bit later, maybe once we have the rocket dumping battle. Bada booms, my bad. Battle booms. Bartles boombery, you know? Just hit him with the non-English because you can. Okay. So yeah, the loot midgets. I should do some research into the rules around the loot midgets here quickly. In the loading screens while I farm Wilhelm. So I'll pull that up once we make our way over there. This Heartbreaker is going to be non-ideal for Wilhelm. We'll want to throw our... I mean, I'll try the Varuk, but I feel like the Herald's probably still going to out-DPS it. We're not going to climb this ladder, are we? No, we are. I'm used to when you get off center on a ladder like that, it kind of does this thing where you're just like climbing at the very top, and it doesn't let you actually like climb over the edge. It's janky. Alright, go ahead and skyrocket ourselves here. Definitely not well enough. Are you serious? Yeah. Of course, the one that would have one-shot me blows up on the third try. Oh well. Aim a bit lower next time, I guess. User error. Anything randomly crazy? No. Okay. Let's throw on our... probably the Herald. I'll give the Haruka a little try here, but I'm not particularly confident in its ability. On our fastball here too. Okay, never mind. It plus Lyuda's plenty strong enough. Okay. Should get some Iridium out of this farm, if nothing else, so that'll be good. Get ourselves some SDUs for the bank, mainly. So we can get that good old collection going good. Already got a few items in there, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to make a like, what do you call it, a mule for all the like outdated items we have. It's not for like any reason of using the items ever again or anything like that. It's just so I can have the collection of every unique and legendary all in one place when we reach the end of this journey. So one of each, the first one we got of each. Launcher, max ammo, whatever. A cooldown relic wouldn't be bad, but I'm not stressing about launcher ammo right now. Only one of those I'm going to be picking up will be a Blood of the Ancients, I believe. I think that's what it's called, the ammo plus max HP one. But yeah, the E-Tech relic for max ammo plus max health. I'll typically pick up a rocket ammo plus max health. One of those, ideally with like a secondary ammo capacity as well. Maybe in like shotgun or sniper, or, you know, something like that. Probably sniper. Just for those good old GLaDOS sniper type builds on sale. Class mod here with some magazine size, reload speed, filled to the brim, all on one comm. Definitely not going to beat the 3 insight we have right now for farming, but for just the generic class mod, that's definitely going to beat the one we have out for general gameplay. Has the same reload buff along with magazine size and the magazine size buffing skill, so if we're looking for some nice spray and pray type hoarder stuff, that's going to be the class mod for us. Could grab a second Lyuda, do some like dual wielding Lyuda inconceivable 5 shots or 6 type shit here pretty soon, probably. A matching grip slag already in our collection, it's just a case of finding one for dealing damage. Probably a non-elemental one. Alright, slag him up, hit him with the fastball. A change of method there. Not pulling anything great out of Wilhelm though. Hopefully we can get at least one of these drops nice and quickly here. Probably gonna get a repeat of the same drop though before we get in the other one. It's just usually how this guy treats me. I'd be interested in learning more Wilhelm backstory. I wish we could get more more Borderlands lore, honestly, on the universe that already is laid out. Because I know we're gonna get more new lore and stuff with the coming Borderlands game, but I want more what happened between pre-sequel and 2 with Wilhelm. There's our Rolling Thunder. Good to see it. Level 14. Drop our screenshot. Update the spreadsheet. Rolling Thunder is drop number 18. Throw that in there. Confirm. 89 points. The other 2 drops and we'll be at 100 points. Let's go ahead and lock that in. Yep. As usual, I always get the Rolling Thunder before the Logan's Gun, which is usually why I'm here. Because, you know, who the hell wants a Rolling Thunder unless you're getting points off of it? It's not the worst grenade ever, it's just I'm not a fan of rubberized. And it's literally just a worse version of the bonus package that's guaranteed to be rubberized, let's be real. So, like, really wish they would have had a bit more diversity in, like, a few aspects with the design of different manufacturers and shit. Like, in some cases, there's no legendary, there's no legendary Gatling gun rifle for Jacobs, or there's no, you know, legendary X barrel this gun, or, you know, there's a bunch of different design opportunities they kind of missed with this game, which was kind of unfortunate, because there was definitely room for a lot more legendaries, but the thing at that point is, like, where do you stick them all, right? I mean, some legendaries already have multiple drop sources, which is not bad, but finding more enemies to stick drops in would be a bit hard. Like, you'd have to start cramming random shit into, like, Mad Mike and, you know, just other unnamed, or, like, named enemies from quests that, like, are pretty much irrelevant. Like, a bunch of the side quests I've never even completed to this date after playing the game for over 11 years, thousands of hours in the game. There's probably a few side quests I've still never finished. That's like one of the only trophies I don't have is the all side quests thing. Maybe I'll do a 100% of Borderlands playthrough sometime in the future here, but yeah, like, they could totally take some enemies and shit from those, like, side missions that don't have a point other than, like, doing it for the sake of the mission, for the trophy and some XP or whatever. But yeah, it's like a bunch of those side missions with, like, you know, one-time kill enemies and other shit like that that could totally have been utilized for more drops, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Game's still in an amazing spot. We still love this game. 100%. I just wish there could have been a little bit more in terms of the design of some legendaries, because we have 2 legendary Torgue grenades, but we don't have any legendary, you know, how many other things. Yeah, one of them just overshadows the other. We have a Seraph Torgue grenade too, and there's no, like, let's say Seraph. I know there's a Seraph Doll grenade. Is there a Seraph Mulliwan grenade? The O negative? What about there's no Seraph TDR grenade, I don't think. We have a legendary TDR grenade in the fastball, but yeah, Seraphs were another item that they totally could have done more with. Like, there's not that many Seraphs in the game. Like, what? Probably like 20 something, I want to say. I haven't done any actual calculations on that. I just want to say there's like 3 or 4 in the vendors, and then a couple drops from raid bosses per DLC kind of thing. Where I got my math on that. I really wanted to, like, do the math. I could, like, try and remember all the Seraphs off top, you know. Seeker, O negative, Big Boom Blaster. I could be here sitting, Patriot, just naming them all off, but I don't got the brain power to do the whole fucking list for that math. Not quite what I'm feeling at the moment. Really just kind of yapping off here, waiting for this Logan's Gun drop. Loot went the other way this time. Normally I try and take him out when his loot's going right here so it doesn't glitch in the wall or spread all across the map. loud. I kind of clipped my headset pretty close to the mic there with my finger. And refresh, make sure we're still streaming. Yeah, we're good. Okay, what do we got here? Lucky War Dog. That's like a really lackluster set of loot he dropped this run. Not sure why I'm even bothering opening that chest. Like, I don't think it could come out of it's like a decent blue class mod maybe or something. We must have been like right in the sweet spot for the Lyuta there or something. Or all the crits on the Farouk lining up, or it was just like an annihilation, that kill. Come on, bro. Drop me that Logan's gun for rocket ammo regen. And some points. Red on Iridium here, 39, so yeah, we're getting decent Iridium off the farm still, so not entirely a waste of time to be farming this without getting drops. Still some Iridium on the side. Are we at an XP now? I haven't taken a look at here in a little bit. Oh, taking a moment to load there. Maybe signifying my internet's starting to struggle. Hopefully it holds out here for a little while longer. I want to at least break 100 points in today's stream. This is probably the final stream of the day. It was a nice early stream this morning before getting back to sleep for a little while and then getting some other stuff done. Second stream of the day ended up cutting out on us a little bit earlier than I wanted it to, at about the same length as the first stream, and tonight's stream has honestly been going pretty great so far. I've got a good amount of, we started out with like 55 or 58 points or something, we're up to like 90 something now, so, or 89, basically 90. Solid. Nothing there. Took him out a little bit outside of the normal area I do, but I was able to see where his loot went, and unfortunately he didn't drop shit anyway, so. Yeah, we're about to hit 23 here. We were like 18 when we started all this farming, so yeah, we've been taking a few runs to get these last couple drops, but we're getting there. Not looking like we'll have to spend much time farming midgets for XP anyway, that's for sure. We're already at pretty much where we need to be for like 1,000 cuts almost. That'll be like 25 probably. 26 maybe. Or 25. Still no Logan's gun here. Just waiting for the second Rolling Thunder drop. level up off this or the next kill, I would think. Oh, never mind, we're getting way less XP than I thought. Corrosive Relic, only 13% though. It's double orbital, so it's like middle of the pack. I mean, it's just not worth carrying items like that in normal mode, I don't think. Probably just be running a cooldown relic once we find it, and that's probably about it. Until we get to the Bone of the Ancients. Maybe some like explosive relic, deputy's badge, sheriff's badge, stuff like that. I'd probably end up rocking, but for the most part, most relics in this game are just generally kind of ass. I wish we had a bit more selection of relics and some legendary relic drops, and yeah, still quite a bit. Yeah, there's the second Rolling Thunder. Nice to see you. I'm gonna leave that shit right there, right? Yeah, we got a 14, this shit's 17. Hopefully we can get the Logan's gun at 14. That way it's even less damage, so we can use it to regen a little bit earlier. I do believe I mean, is that considered an exploit? It shouldn't be, right? Because an enemy can shoot you with rockets and you absorb them, so shooting yourself with rockets to absorb them should be legal, right? Using a Topnia plus a Sham Shield does the same thing. That's 900 times 3. Yeah, that's an upgrade. Only one exhaust for damage, or rocket speed rather. Oh, back-to-back drops, and there it is. Second Logan's gun followed immediately up by level 16 Logan's gun. Okay. Grab a little screenshot of that. Wonderful. Add it to the collection. That'll be good for regenerating rockets later on. If that is legal, I'll make sure to research that before using it for that. I've already looked through all the rules, but I always want to make sure I double check on all this shit before doing it. Okay, drop 19, bringing us to 95. One more legendary drop worth 6 points, will bring us to 101 total points. So let's make our way over to... We have Pyrophobia, we have Nukem, we have the Clan War stuff that we can unlock. That'll take a while though. We have Baby Maker from Bartlesby. Nothing crazy in this map for us to get, except for like, do Henry and that stuff. Or let's go do Creeper's Easter egg. That'll be a fun one. Blockhead's always nice and stingy. I always get lots of longbows before blockheads, and the blockhead's the one I prefer of the two. Blockhead's always just been one of my favorite items in the game since the very first time I tried it. It's so cool, man. The bullet patterns, the bouncing bullets, the fact it's a TDR and it actually slaps. So many things to like about the blockhead. Let's grab that perfectly peaceful and equip it into our active mission slot. Let's also take off this here and grab skyrockets. Anything else we'll need for this map? Let's grab our Heartbreaker, throw our double Varuk back on here. And yeah, we got our movement speed from Insight.
Mrs. Harchin.
Let's make sure we take some damage. Wonderful. Already got our Fabled Tortoise, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's grab these Echoes, get the path open, get them Creeper Easter egg drops. Oh, I love that for Amanda. the ground shaking from the threshers actually causes insight to trigger. Perfect.
Security officer booth, signing off.
Yeah, boom, another insight just from them burrowing. Wonderful.
While you're concerned
This
for
Beast
the
class mod's a really nice
creatures,
find for early game here.
we shall not be moving
48%
the dig site.
movement speed.
The Doll Corporation has sent sanctuary. Now, Mrs. Harcheck, I don't think you understand.
Moving.
You can't mine these creatures. They're living beings. Without the crystals, they'll die.
I always found this
Could
quest
easily
story
find another
pretty
dig site.
interesting.
My security team and I are not hunting these creatures for you. Period.
Wish we had a bit more lore
Security
on
officer
the
Booth, signing off.
whole like
Miss
sanctuary
Booth, need I remind you of the
situation.
terms of your contract?
Maybe some more information
Your
about like
security team is meant to assist my
the Doll
excavation.
Corporation and shit.
Whether or not you agree with my policies is irrelevant. Shut your mouth.
We
grab
know
your gun,
Doll
and bring me my
was
crystals like a good little girl.
the big like catalyst in
Listen, you
the
heartless
crackening on
bitch.
Elpis with all their
My
mining
team
and
has
stuff.
guns.
I
Your
mean,
team has
theoretically,
pickaxes.
according
Move
to
the ship or we'll
lore we
move it
get
for
told.
ya.
But
Security officer
we also
Booth,
have
signing off.
Doll mining on Pandora with Sanctuary and stuff, so how many planets is Doll really invested in with like mining and
Don't
stuff
have
like
all
that?
the guns, dear.
Definitely
Now,
some
unless
room
anyone
for
from the late Miss
lore
Booth's
there.
security team has anything else to say. Bring me my goddamned crystals!
Alright, before we make our way over to the final origin evidence and unlock our path, let's actually take our first run on the farm we're trying to get opened up. Good old Minecraft creepers. Always been a fan of the blockhead, more so than any other unique TDR. Yeah, it should be the last one, right? Yeah, here we go. On first run. Just the level up, and unfortunately just a bunch of head and skin drops. I've already had all these for years, so... Oh, almost went and save and quit right there. Let me actually get the rest of the farming route open before we do that. Well, 23. I already, like, yeah, I put my skill point into inconceivable. Kind of did that right out of muscle memory. Just put that into the skill I was already working on. Use this Crystallisk to get some insight. There we go. That's so nice, just having the movement speed. Definitely gonna help out with a lot of this normal mode farming. It's gonna be rough getting them rocket jumping bada booms though. Probably gonna be stuck on that one for a while, so I want to make sure we get two decent ones. But that does dictate quite a bit of our late game movement and ability to farm quickly, so definitely don't want to be shy about the amount of time I spend getting some decent ones.
Booth said they were as docile as bloody kittens. Give me that gun, you coward! Aim for the blue one! Aim for the blue one!
Death Gurgle, or Scream, or whatever it was in the subtitles. Yeah, that's a new one for me actually. I've always played with subtitles over the years, but I decided to turn them off for a series I've got on the back burner right now. And I've kind of had them off ever since, and I just haven't really turned them back on. So, you guys should let me know in the comments if you're watching this in VOD format, or if anyone in the live feels like commenting on if you... Well, I lost my train of thought. Oh boy, yeah, I love my brain. Yeah, if you... Yeah, holy shit, just straight up brain blank. I can't even... Yeah, that's... Wow. Wow. Oh, there's the audio on the vending machine, that's interesting.
Looks like if you shoot them a lot, they die. Did I mention I don't have a medical license?
I gotta use that audio somewhere in my Necro Reborn videos. Well, it turns out if you shoot them a lot, they die. That's a good one.
If I ever do my whole
Alright,
line as the
open
real
that in, get our farm unlocked here. Still just the one drop away from 100 points here, so farm these creepers for a little bit. Try and grab a longbow or a blockhead to break that 100-point mark. Anyone hanging out can, I've got links in the description as well as the commands in the title. If you type those in chat, they'll bring up the links for the fundraiser that the Hunt 2025 English, the Hunt 2025 supports, as well as the links to the Hunt website and my personal spreadsheet if you want to check out the items I have and my points. You can do that with the exclamation points or final link in the description there. What? Where am I? What? Why am I here? I'm literally just like completely zoned out on what I was saying, and I'm just. Why am I here? Did the map indicator tell me to come here? I feel like it definitely did. There's no other reason I should be here. There's nothing to farm here except Old Slappy, which we don't have unlocked. And just like, why did I come here? I'm so confused. My brain's really on some shit the last 5 minutes, apparently. Just forgetting everything I'm trying to do. Alrighty. Not a big deal. This is a fast travel here, right? Alrighty, let's make our way back over to Caustic Caverns. Not sure why I ended up randomly walking to Extraction Plant, but we'll just we'll just roll with it. Slight bit of time loss there, but what can you do? We haven't save quit, have we? If we did, I don't remember, so I'm going to drop one now, so we don't run all the way to the creepers and then not have anything to kill. Yeah, because I ran back to get the path open. I just opened the door, though, to walk outside, so unless that resets when you leave the map, maybe I had already save quit. Either way, whatever, man. Let me just lock in here and not keep forgetting shit. Interesting, like, actually, like, not smoking as much as I usually do. Well, not smoking at all right now, but I am usually smoking in the past, and now I'm forgetting everything when I'm fucking sober. Why am I going this way? I just need to stop yapping. I think that's the problem here. I'm just yapping so much, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just playing the game on autopilot. Fucking professional yapper, bro. Keep it rolling on over here. Would be bad to see a random chubby spawn on the way. I guess one of these guys would hit me and give me my insight bonus. Thank you. 23 heading into wildlife. A little bit higher than usual, but I also don't usually farm a lot of the items I've been farming so far, so. Yeah, I'll definitely have to formulate more of a plan for next year's hunt. I kind of just, like, last minute threw myself into this one on the day that it started, because I kind of didn't notice any announcements about the start date or that it was even coming up. It was just like, oh, notification, this YouTuber is streaming the hunt, and I'm like, oh, the hunt's starting today, cool. And we just, yeah, kind of threw ourselves in there after that, but it was good to be actually officially part of the hunt for once. I've done a few hunts on my own time, never to completion, mind you. just like off camera by myself for fun. But next year I'll have to formulate a bit more of a plan on how I want to do it, depending on how it works out for us this year. I'm not trying to try hard too much or anything, so I'm gonna leave that a bit more to next year, where we can formulate, you know, run through normal mode without farming at all, get Bada-Booms, go to True Ball Hunter mode, do this, you know, just blitz all the way to Ultimate, and do all our farming in late game with all our movement speed and shit like that. But for now, we've got our 8 out of 5 insight. We ballin'. Damn, that would be nice right now. Bad touch prefix is like definitely not ideal, but mashing grip Hyperion stock Purple Ravager would go insane right now. So like randomly Gunzark to regen rocket, or not rocket, shotgun ammo here. Haven't gone into that room and got the chest over there, because everything's a little bit under-leveled here now. Probably not going to spend any time farming the loot midgets, considering how leveled up we are already, just farming all these other things prior to loot midgets. Might take them out while I'm on the way through, or do like a couple runs maybe, see if I can find something, but I'm pretty sure, man, this Spider Ant is a G, bro. It's like keeping my insight up, launching me forward. Awesome. But yeah, I think it's mainly the world drop items you can count for points from midgets and pearls and stuff, so I don't think there's too much of a point to farming it for normal mode here, where you save it for ultimate when we can get pearls and shit. I'll research it when we make our way over to wildlife, of course, but what I do remember reading is I'm pretty sure most items aren't worth points from the loot midgets outside of the world drop only items and pearls, so double check. But alright, one more. There you are. Should we let him take himself out? I'll take him out again. A longbow. It's always the longbow before the blockhead for me. Got what? Vladoff grip. Not bad. Level 18 could have been better, but let's get ourselves a little screenshot. And this should be the 100 points mark. Let's see, where is it here? Longbow, 6 points. Drop number 20. Beautiful. 20 items in the collection, bringing us to 101 points in total. Beautiful. Now, just because I've hit 100 points doesn't mean I'm just going to like end the stream, but definitely be on the back end of the stream here now, probably. Okay, let's favorite this. Not bad. Not going to get much use from us, most likely, but throw it in the collection. Breaks 600 points. Just leaves the blockhead to farm from these guys, which is probably only worth 3 points now that I'm thinking about it. Nope, it's worth 5, so it would have got us to exactly 100 points if we got the blockhead first. Would have been nice to see that even round 100, but 101 is just as good. It's actually better because we have more, but technically worse for me in particular, because I always get the longbow and never get the blockhead. So if we would have got the blockhead first, I would have been feeling a little bit better. Okay, not much farming left to do, honestly. A few farms we can do, but I'm thinking we just head for the story mission. We could do the fridge stuff, actually, and get a few more drops. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's head over to the fridge, which I didn't get the fast travel unlocked for, thanks to the weird bug with some of the fast travels. And we'll try and pick up the 3 items out here for us to get. The gub, sledges, shotgun, as well as a good old gunnerang. I believe it shouldn't be too hard for us to pick up the mission for getting the Smash Head. I think it's just a Goliath with a Loot Goon Goliath. Spawns at random. I'm pretty sure it's usually in like the same generalized area though, like on the other side of the bridge from spawn. Should be about where he spawns usually, at least in my prior experience. So we'll have a little gander when we get there, if he spawns in the same place I usually see him, or if his spawn is more randomized. I think it's typically like the exact same spot though. Much of a dictionary as I am on this game, there's like tiny little things that'll slip through the cracks of knowledge occasionally, or like memory. Alright, let's get this save actually unlocked this time. So yeah, it still won't be unlocked. We have to open the gate and then walk out and back in. Boom. Now it's unlocked. Same thing you have to do in the Caustic Caverns, so I'm thinking it's something to do with these, like, sliding doors for some reason. Alright, let's grab the... where is it here? On the back of one of these vehicles. Here it is. Gotta take out all these rats. Okay, that was a magazine. That's not even what I was here to look for. But I might as well grab all 3 of them since we started the objective. They're all quite easy to grab here. So yeah, from my knowledge, the guy for the Smash Head mission should spawn at this door. We got an interesting rack noise. I don't know if that was just a badass rack or if that was a hint at Rackman just now. It reminded me of the noise of what's it called? The rack boss in Borderlands 1 there.
Laney loves playflowers, man.
Oh, this is actually a nice throwback. Actually not correlated this, but the blade flowers are the flowers you collect in Borderlands 1, I believe, for TK Baja, right? Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I've never made that correlation with this mission before. I don't really do this mission often, so... Grab those up, and then we gotta grab that pizza. It's always the most annoying part, because you gotta work pretty hard for one of them. This is annoying me. Quit knocking me all over the place. Get out of the damn way. Damn rack. Go away. It's always that one and the other one that are the hardest to get. Let me go up and get the drop down angle on this. Movement speed from insight. Possibly getting in the way there if I wasn't careful.
Looks like you got what you need to unbrainwash Laney. That's the word now.
I wish the Swallowed Whole mission, like the boss that you can get back there, what's his name again? It's been a long time since I've done that mission, so he doesn't have a drop. Wish they could have allocated a drop to that guy. Would have made an actual point to doing that mission. It's a named mini-boss, so totally was potential there, but I'm hoping, man, one day in a Borderlands 2 remaster that we can get some like world drop only items dedicated to some of the enemies with no drops, some enemies that don't respawn to respawn, just like shit like that.
Perhaps I was wrong to join the rat.
That's my girl. I knew you'd come back to me sooner or later.
Was that Scooter? Why do you think I fled here? It was the only place Scooter would not follow me with his stupid advances. If Scooter, you must die.
I'm gonna go ahead and blame all that rage on
First
me being
try,
turned into
baby,
a
it's
rat
that
baby.
easy.
Unless
Alright.
on the Scooter was a bad boyfriend thing.
Damage
Easier
prefix,
for everybody
level
that way, see?
17.
Still we tried.
Definitely gonna come in handy through wildlife and stuff. Not the greatest roll in terms of level or parts, but I mean, everything else is like 17 in here, so should be good. Definitely gonna come in handy through the robot mobbing coming up. Shit, I lost my balance there. Leaning from my phone. Let's see, where is it here? There's like the wildlife stuff, so it should be right here. The Gub. Item 21, bringing us to a total of 107 points. Decent. Alright, let's get the turn in for the mission here. I'm also going to check for Smash Head, but we may have to turn this mission in before he shows up. I'm not entirely certain. Or, not Smash Head, but, you know, the guy that starts the mission to Smash Head. Doesn't look like he's here, so let's go hit the turn in first. Safe is probably faster than running. Maybe. It's not that far to this fast travel, but let's try and save a little bit of time here, maybe. Not if it sits here and like creates an online session or some shit. Yeah, taking its time. We probably would have been faster to run, but it's okay. Either way, it's not going to be that much difference. A few seconds, maybe. Alright, back to Sanctuary. Let's turn this in, and make our way back. Let's go for Smash Head. And Rackman. What are we doing on Iridium? 49, you've got quite a bit off that Wilhelm farm, so definitely throw a upgrade or maybe two into the bank. That's going to cost quite a bit of our Iridium to do so, but some more of our hunt items into the bank.
Freaking rats, man! I was this close to finding out what's
Yeah, wish the boss at the end of Swallowed Hole had a drop. That'd be nice. Okay, that out of the way, we've got the other two bosses in the fridge unlocked. Well, pretty much. I grab the mission now, but I was gonna do my Iridium upgrades. I'm at 19 out of 18. I should probably do my Iridium upgrades. A little bit full. I grab some backpack and some bank. Our ammo capacities are going to be struggling a little bit throughout the hunt. I'm spending most of my Iridium on backpack and bank. We'll do 2 bank upgrades. They're slightly smaller than the backpack upgrades, but also means I can just have more inventory space by throwing these outdated items into the bank. So I don't want to get rid of any of our first time drop items. I'm going to end up just, you know, throwing them in the stash and have some other guy grab them from the stash instead of selling them. That way I have a record of all of them in items at the end of this. I can, you know, after the hunt's over. I'm probably not going to finish the whole hunt in the time of the hunt. We'll see, maybe, if I'm lucky and I have enough time to grind, but I went up there for the bank, and then I just straight up didn't use the bank. Okay. Yeah, no, I start yapping, and then I can't think, apparently. Alright, this Logan's gun and longbow and stuff. How much space do we have? 4? So I'll throw those in there. These Varuks I can sell. Our Herald might still hold some merit in battle. Might throwing the Rolling Thunder in there. Might throw that Fabled Tortoise in there. And we've got a few other items still to throw in here, but they'll have to wait for now.
Hey, I got a job for
Nothing
you.
there for us.
Why loot the dead when you can buy
Okay,
from
sell
me?
off these Varuks, the bad ones. Yeah, we still have the 2 good ones equipped, I believe, right? Yep. Okay, so we're good to go here. This Raider class mod has minus 19 shield capacity, but by the time we end up using Money Shot, we're going to find a better Raider class mod, so let's get that out of the inventory for now. That's going to come in handy, and there's a possibility that still comes in handy. So, what are we looking at? 10 out of 21. Not too bad. I did grab doctor's orders already. Yep. Okay. Off to wildlife, I guess. Over to extraction plant. And, go pull up the rules now and double check on our loot midget. Viability for drops. I don't know why I'm here, because I didn't get the bridge. That's why I'm here. Felt like I was missing something. So yeah, we're way over this side of Overlook right now. Oh well. I normally always hit Hyperion Bridge on my way through to Overlook, but I guess I was in a pretty big hurry to get to Overlook so we could go to that Fabled Tortoise farm, so. Go ahead and hit it now, make sure it's active for 1,000 cuts and Overlook later. Yeah, there it is. Alright, let me make my way back over to the rules of the hunt. Okay. Scroll down to world drops, vendors, and per points. World drop items are allowed from all content and be claimed for points with the exception of Fight for Sanctuary DLC. Loot midget drops are not allowed for points with the exception of items that are allowed from any source. So, pearls, bouncing Bonnie, fire bee, etc. Shred of fire as a source from Hyperius, so that won't be one of them. But yeah, there's just those items to get from loot midgets, so we're not going to get too much from loot midgets here in normal mode, so I'm probably not going to spend much time farming them. It'll be in ultimate mode once we can get some pearls, so that will be more valid. There goes my controller disconnecting for absolutely zero reason. So yeah, I mean, we're already 23, so farming isn't necessary to get levels here in wildlife, so definitely take out the midgets on our way through if we get some sort of legendary. Be a decent pickup in order to use the item, but yeah, can't count anything for points unless it's a world drop only item. It doesn't have another drop source. Unless it's a pearl. Pearls can come from
I bet your friend
tubbies, but that's another world drop source essentially,
He's out
so
of date though. He'll need a software upgrade.
it's dedicated,
Mordecai should
but
have what you need.
world
He's
drop.
camped out near the preserve. I think he needs your help with something.
Alright, these items really get us through the stalker part nice and easy, but I'm gonna be using this gub for the robots, and these Varuk should be good for everything else, like stalkers, because they're a bit wider of an enemy. Alrighty. Hyperion grip, and I believe Hyperion sight on this. I think that's Hyperion sight. It could be a Molly 1 sight. That is one of the two. Sights on pistols are legitimately just irrelevant. The only ones I know are on Torg and Jacobs, because those are the ones I prefer the visual of.
Some Hyperion jackasses not.
You know my rocket sights though, because those are actually relevant. Like the TDO rocket sight gives reload speed, the Molly 1 rocket sight gives rocket speed,
Looks like at least
etc.
a two-man job. You can get inside through the shipyard. I can give you support and lead you to Bloodwind. You get my bird, you get your claptrap upgrade.
Alright, let's get our first test with the level 17 Gub here. Looking like it's gonna serve us pretty well on our journey through here. Considering that was non-Gunzerk. Oh yeah, the Lyuta and this thing, we're gonna have no problem absolutely flying through wildlife. It's gonna be good.
I got an idea. Cripple some of those loads. Don't kill them. To open the door to some reinforcements. Wounded that one. Now move on to another loader.
Give me a third loader. I got 2 wounded. There we go.
Taking the shot. Groovy. Doors open now. Get inside and find Bloodwing. Bloodwing should be in the holding cells at the other end of the facility. Find her, find your crap.
My stream might cut out. One moment. Alright, it looks like we're probably fine. Thankfully, the microwave wasn't used for more than a couple seconds there. We could have been in some trouble. If the stream does randomly cut out, I'll be saving pretty instantly and probably calling it a night. It's a good possibility here if the microwave gets used again that I'll be disconnected. So, just some forewarning here. Make sure we are still alive. Yeah, looks like we're still good, thankfully. Signs are pointing towards no more microwave use, thankfully, so hopefully we can put that little scare behind me. Just keep it going.
Okie dokie, Sam.
I just did that. Wow.
Let's say we start that test.
It's Dr. Samuels.
Oh, hey, you're in the preserve. I was gonna do this whole thing where I'd lure you in here and kill you.
Yeah, I can't believe I just accepted that mission.
Showed up. Thanks for
or
saving me
the
the trouble,
reward
kiddo.
objective thing. The Echolog, I've never accidentally done that before. My brain really must
Slag mutation is a volatile,
just
brutal
not
science that
want
lies
this to
in
go
the
well
nature
today.
of
I
an
don't know.
ethic. Needless to say, I'm extremely interested
Oh,
in it.
we might have the
Slag serum
Timon and
Hyperion.
Tumba. Yeah, here they are. Sweet. Got that badass prompt, and I figured as much. Jeez. Farouk's able to just tear him apart with his massive torso. No first try transformer. Where is Tumba? Should be around here somewhere, right? They never spawn without each other. I see the explosive orb over here. That's either Stalker or Tumba. Here we go. Hello, sir. With me. The Deliverance. Unfortunately, did not want to drop the Deliverance. So, we'll keep moving. Yeah, thankfully we're not going to be farming midgets, or that would have been a bit of a disaster on accidentally taking that experiment note. Would have permanently reduced our loot midget count to 3. means we're gonna get one less limit running through here, but honestly, whatever. We're not gonna get anything from them anyway that's countable for points. I guess the legendary Gunzerk or legendary Siren and stuff like that, I believe those are counted as viable items you can get. I'll have to double check on that one though if we end up getting one. But I actually do believe I know of a drop source for those legendary comms. So if they are countable as world drop only points, I may not count them even if they are countable, just because I know of a specific drop source for those class mods. In the, what's her name? The Sorcerer's Daughter over in Tina DLC, I believe has the base game legendary comms in her loot pool. So, yeah. If they are countable as world drop items, I'll probably actually just count them as not counting as world drops on a personal bias. Only making it harder for myself, so. When you take 1 burn damage per tick. Completely makes sense.
Success.
I'll have to show off the skip here at some point, but not this time. Seeing as we just absolutely blitz through that. Let's go ahead and
Some people who are not me
activate
might
Doctor's
consider
orders
slab
here,
experimentation
so we can
immoral.
get a couple
Some
midgets
people
anyway.
would not be willing to pay you a great
Gotta make
deal
sure we
of
don't make that
money
mess up
for
in
bringing
Ultimate
me
Mode. Before we
experiment
come
results
through here
from
in
the
Ultimate Mode, I'll
Hyperion
make sure to put
Preserve.
a cross save,
Some
so if we
people
do
are
mess it up, I can just like, rewind in time a tiny bit. Is that even legal though? I actually don't know if that's even legal. But... Max health relic. It's a possibility I use that. I'll watch out for now. So yeah, that should be all of our midgets, right? Yeah, we managed to get the 4th one even with the experiment note picked up. Hopefully it doesn't happen as far as I know, but just keep it going here for now. No reason to farm these guys at the moment.
Did you find her? Is she okay? Looking for Bloodwing? Oh, I moved her a few hours ago. Somewhere a little more dramatic. Bloodwing ain't there? Damn it!
I'm not gonna worry about these skags or anything. We're already at 23 and a half, so just try and get some progress in the story here.
Just keep pushing through the preserve, amigo.
See if I can do the grenade jump skip here for the door.
See, it's not just an elemental.
You don't connect from here, right? You don't. Okay. Let's take off my grenade and get ready for a grenade jump here. I think we'll have to do one to get up here, right? No, okay, we can't make that. It's this jump that's a little bit rough. I barely made it, nice. And now we can just slip right through here. It did say out of bounds is illegal, so. Besides the what do you call them, the peak skip. I'm just trying to remember here. You just like go through here, right? Where is it you go into to re-enter the map? I'm gotta be missing something here. There we go. That's how you do it.
I didn't sign up.
Alright. We'll skip there for anyone unfamiliar with that one. Yeah, I think in previous years that wouldn't have been allowed. I think most out-of-bounds stuff was illegal. But in the rules this year, the only out-of-bounds that I saw exclusively banned was the digi-peek skips and shit like that. So making a small 20-second excursion to skip a few trash mobs shouldn't be a big deal, I don't think.
Want Bloodwing back, huh? Shame. I've been doing some really interesting iridium experiments with her. Hate to see her go. But heck with it.
Bloodwing fight. First stage is going to be the hardest one, probably. We can use the skyrocket to clean up the other two phases. Throw that on now. Yeah, probably just spam Gub for first stage. Gub or Baruch, but Baruch's not the greatest at long range, so we'll see. Bloodwing is a pretty large hitbox with a wide central mass thanks to the wings, so maybe the Baruch will be good. We'll see. I'll try Baruch here to start with the Lyuda itself might just do enough. I don't know if Bloodwing resists slag? I don't know if I've ever tested for that. I don't think Bloodwing resists any slag.
That's what matters here.
Alrighty, here we go.
Fire! Strike fire. What else is there?
Yeah, definitely doesn't resist slag based on the Lyuda's damage here.
Electricity! God damn it! Electricity and slag fire. Corrosion! You're gonna regret ever dragging Bloodwing into this, Jack! I'm loading the trank dart!
Oh, that was hard.
Tranquila, blood! This won't hurt, I promise!
Okay, we're off to 1,000 cuts next, so throw our Heartbreaker back on. Make sure I don't accidentally favorite shit, as I'm prone to doing to muscle memory.
Okay.
I'm putting the favorites on the items that are first time drops for points.
Oh, now I remember. Explosive! No!
420 shield, it's a sign. Not a sign.
That is why you don't screw.
Unfortunately, don't have anything to smoke even if I wanted to.
Mordecai, turn yourselves in, or that dumbass bird is just the beginning. God damn it, Jack! I'm gonna kill you! You hear me?
Hey, man. Open the door.
I'm sorry about Bloodwing, Soldier, but we gotta keep moving. Get that software upgrade to Claptrap, and we'll be able to get through the security field leading to Control Core Angel.
Alrighty. Got a Torg launcher here. Probably gonna stick with our Bandit launcher for the moment. This Absorb shield is... Let's grab this TDR shield here for the moment. Able to increase our shield capacity a good amount. Matching grip slag SMG there, but got the Lyuda.
Oh, where the hell is... Oh, I had a violin somewhere.
Not much in 1,000 cuts for us, really, is there?
Damn it, it was gonna be awesome.
So yeah, basically just pushing story here for a short bit. Yeah, the black hole we can get in the opportunity.
Whoa,
I don't think there's anything else. Chubby Stalker. If we can get one of the chubby drops here, I guess. Wasn't expecting a Stalker to be the first chubby we run into. Seen quite a few Skags earlier, but let's see. Anything? It doesn't look like we did get anything. Yeah, normal mode, so not entirely surprised. Would have been nice to just grab an extra like whiskey tango or bunny or something there for some bonus points, but definitely have our chance to get all that later when we get the Gen 2 class mods. Plenty of just random loot from Mordecai wiping out these badass loaders and stuff though. Grab some iridium. Always gotta make sure you shoot these freeze pods. They have a chance to spawn a midget, funnily enough. I wonder, are they the only like entities that can spawn a loot midget that aren't an openable container? Like they're technically an openable container, which I can understand why a loot midget would be in them, but they're just like an egg sac, similar to a you know, a skag pile or a bullymong pile. So
Sweet. Found it. All right, this is a song.
it's kind of interesting that you can get midgets from them.
Are you what? Screw you. Would have been hilarious if I found it earlier. Shut up.
I haven't seen Michael Mammarell around.
Buddy, what the hell are you?
Have a quick look in Zed's for him, I guess, while we're running by. Don't see him back there.
I'm invisible.
One spawn under the stairs and scooters. There's a spawn in the cubby hole by the stairs in here. We'll have a look around for Michael Mammarell, see if we can show him off. Spawn's right there normally. Let's turn this into Roland up here. 23 should be about the level for 1,000 cuts max level. No, nothing to farm there anyway, so it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah.
I would like the max level opportunity though, so we can get a good black hole. But yeah, once in future slabs scaled to 20, so 23 should already be max scaled for opportunity, I'd think. So yeah, let's keep her moving. Let's get some story progress. 15 iridium. Probably not enough to get anything impactful right now.
Still, he owes me a favor, and he can help us
Back to Hyperion Bridge.
Thousand Cuts is west of the Highlands. If you're looking for the Slab King, that's where it'll be.
Alrighty. This map's gonna be fun with this Heartbreaker Lyuda combo, for sure. Lots of meaty enemies. The bruisers and stuff are gonna be like perfect targets for the crit damage from the Heartbreaker and Lyuda combining. The buzzards are gonna be no sweat. Normally the buzzards are a bit annoying because I'm still rocking like a level 10 Herald or some shit, but
Control Core Angel is at the
or
top
just
of
like,
that
you know,
mountain.
random
That's where the vault keys be
mid-tier
held.
legendaries
Slab
from
King
loot
is
midget
up near
farming
the
or
cliff.
something.
He can help us get past the bunker. Intruder! We got an intruder!
What is that? Midget Goliath? I thought it was a loot midget Goliath for a moment, and I was gonna be like, no
All
way.
right, boys. Fight like
Not able to land the tire on the fence.
bitch.
Good old
You
little
have to
mini
fight through the
game.
slabs to reach the king. Be careful.
There's 2 spots to do that in the map. But yeah, I'm really not too concerned with loot midgets at the moment. We'll just be looking for like a few select legendaries from them. So unlikely we actually get a drop worth points from them, even if we get one. Yeah, those buzzards don't stand a single chance against this loadout.
But no, you Hyperion bastards have to come after me.
He's a bruiser. I hope we need to be a muscles for the sake of showing him off. I think he's at like a 1% spawn rate or something. Goofily low spawn rate anyway. I'm like one tap dodging bullets. Like it's fucking my job.
What do you mean they ain't from Hyperion? Oh, must be a new recruit. All right, boys, let's put them through the ringer. Oh yeah, the Slab King won't talk to you unless you join his gang.
This insight is just so nice for movement speed.
And then give him that note. You made it to my throne room, recruit. But now it's time for the real initiation. Slabs, rip 'em up! You idiots always wanted to fight another
Did I take out both of them? I think it did. Could have gone for a Goliath here, but not
You see that guy's face
quite
melt?
that enthusiastic about waiting around. I want to keep the progress train moving right now, which in this instance is annihilating these guys quickly, so. I can't reach that guy with the skyrocket at the moment. Let's see if I can get a longbow and see what we can do with this fire burst, maybe. Okay, that drops on him. It does. Beautiful. Always frustrating when the enemies like stay up in that top floor. If we had the Lyuda in our offhand, these guys would be getting one tapped by the Heartbreaker right now. Should be the last little set of enemies here, or second to last. It's always these last Goliaths in the top floor that end up standing around up there.
You slabs can't wreck some random recruit. How the hell are you gonna hurt Jack? By cramping his trigger finger?
And of course, just the one Goliath up there. Thankfully, he's entered Raging State though, so we'll be able to take him out when he jumps down here in a moment. And that should be the initiation. That was an interesting animation. Kind of like slid across the floor there.
I only got one thing to say to you. That was awesome!
What you want?
So what you want?
There you go. What are we doing to sarcastic slab chat? Oh, 4 chunk out of the locker, nice. So yeah, what creative ways do we have to do sarcastic slab? Maybe like a fastball trick shot or some shit.
Great job. With Brick's crew on our side, we should have an easier time getting past the
Finish
bunker
off
and protecting
these
Angel. Come on back and we'll see about getting
crates
through that
and
door.
the chest
that'll only
upstairs,
open
and
for
then
Jack.
we'll figure out what to do with sarcastic slab. Some of these particular crates I've never seen a midget come out of, so I do believe it's only specific crates within the map that can spawn midgets. I know this one can. I know specific ones of these lockers can. I don't know if all of the lockers can. The chest cannot. That one can. 2 of the ones over there can. The one by the stairs can't. I know this can. I know one of these, if not both of these, can. I've never seen a midget from that box, I don't think. I'm sure that one's impossible. I know that one should be able to. I think that one is not able. I think that one is. The lockers are. Yeah, it's interesting. I've farmed loot midgets in this map a lot back in the day, just with the Rocco's Modern Strife mission active, so there's no enemy spawns. You just like run around opening boxes. And midgets were so exciting back in the day. I miss those days. Alright, good old fastball. I don't know if he gets one shot by it even, but let's hit a 360 no scope on him. Boom.
Wow. You are a
So,
Alright. We were seeing loaders here, so I guess we just keep the fastball equipped for now. Throw on our gub.
what a lovely opportunity to kill 2 bandits with 1 mortar assault.
Targeting beacons initialized. Beginning mortar bombardment.
King, he's using mortars again! He's using mortars!
Salvador's not telling us to look through this and shoot through it properly.
We gotta stop those mortars!
Vault Hunter height actually making a difference. And Krieger 0, I consider already be shooting enemies, but None of them are like in line of sight anyway, so.
Got the mortars. If we don't destroy the beacons, we're dead.
Go ahead and grab ourselves the face McShooty mission to do from across the map. It's always fun to do. I'm not sure what we'd do for the face McShooty, but definitely do something.
Slam! We gotta move! We gotta destroy those targeting beacons! They're guiding the mortars!
Little chest up on that roof, in case anyone didn't know. I've always seen the method of double grenade jumping up there. You can walk across from over there onto the bridge, across like a power line, and then walk around to the second floor. And alternatively, you can climb up the side of this box, jump on the roof, climb up here, crouch under these, and then walk out on the second floor before grenade jumping up there. And yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any way to actually climb up here without a grenade jump. I have tried for quite a while to find one in the past. All around the outside of this mountain and shit.
I'm gonna bust that shield.
Alright, do it, Brick. See how the tire lands in the meantime. Does not land on the fence. Tanky beacon.
Hey! Nobody destroys my beacons! Here come the bots, bandits!
First law to see. You show 'em, Slam!
I believe the midget can come from there and not from there. It can from there. And I believe the only spot they can come from in here is one of these lockers. The left one, I believe. Yeah, it's interesting over time that you find out exactly which of these crates can spawn midgets. Good thing you guys have the good old cheat code known as my brain. I believe it's only one of these that has a chance. I can't remember which one. I think it's the locker that can spawn them.
Watch out for the mortars, Slam! Stay out of the target circles! I'm breaking the shield on that beacon!
See how a fastball does this. That's pretty good. First ion loader. I was actually just thinking we never saw an ion loader. Hopefully there is one or more.
Let's rip it up!
Ow. One of these two can spawn a midget. The ones on this side cannot. That green box there can. Alright. Since I don't have Gunzerk, let's just slag and bop. And we'll open the crate just to see. Boom. Yeah, nothing. I figured. The one-armed bandit can spawn out of that door there as well as the door in the Slab King's palace by the stairs. Alrighty, once and future slab complete. Let's go on. Yeah, let's keep the gub on. We're gonna go to opportunity, so it's just a bunch more robots for the most part. Grab the Hell Hath No Fury mission afterwards or beforehand. I can't remember which. We'll check. It doesn't show up right now, does it? No, Moxie doesn't have anything. It's probably after we turn in it shows up. Let's equip the correct mission here. Stuck on a random bed frame. Love it.
Rolling. Brick.
Okay, we got just a random launcher here, I guess.
To be honest,
Level 24. It's boy protagonist 24, reaching level 24. Let's
Sorry
go.
to interrupt, but we've little time. Get to
We
the
got
city
the
of
ruby.
opportunity. To breach the final door to my chambers, you'll need to be Jack. That means
We
passing a
probably get a
bioscan
ruby.
and
Let's
speaking a
grab
password
that.
in his voice. If you can kill one of Jack's body doubles in opportunity, I can get you through that door.
I don't be too
As much as
picky.
I
I
hate telling you to listen
just
to her,
want
Angel's the
slag,
best.
non-TD grip, ideally.
You already know not to trust
Matching
her,
grip would be ideal for slag chance, though. So maybe I just get a matching grip slag one. We'll see. Let's get the mission done at least, so we can get the farming started if we are gonna farm for it. Still no Gwen's head. Just waiting for it. Gotta be what, 2 or 3 points only, probably anyway. But I equipped the wrong vehicle to get all the booze crates. But thankfully I'm just goated and I got all of them already.
Bring me the booze instead, and I'll give you my cash to the
Hey, until he set all those people on fire, Jack seemed like a pretty nice guy.
They
You got them all. Now bring them to me.
apparently I got them all. I guess a few of those must have been grouped up with each other.
Instead of that alcoholic bird mother, and I'll give you Ruby.
Well, I don't think that's ever gone so smoothly before. Interesting. Try this again. Or not try this again, but head back to Sanctuary, I guess. I just like say shit sometimes. I don't know. Just like doesn't make sense in the context, but it just comes out of my mouth. And
Nordwing's dead. Jack's nearly got them.
Bro's yapping about that he needs the drinks, and I already have the drinks. Let's go. That striker looks nice outside of the stock. Matching grip, but Jacob's stock for the recoil on a Jacob's, no. Be rough. Yeah, my muscle memory is starting to kick in a little bit here. Went to hit my invite party button like I was playing with someone. I guess we set up our cross save. So yeah, only able to take one quest reward item, one copy. At least that used to be the rules. I don't believe that's changed. I know it says you can only use it to farm quest reward items. I didn't see anything about the amount of copies of the item you can take, but I'm just going to assume that's still the exact same, and you can only take one quest reward item. Not that I would need multiple in this case, mind you. The Ruby isn't really any good as an actual gun, especially when it's 5 levels, 6 levels under. Looking for that sweet, sweet slag and healing.
Here's Ruby. Treat her well.
TD or grip magazine shock. That is definitely not fitting the bill. Oh, our controller will probably disconnect itself, but I need to clean my glasses lens. Just 1 second. Just finishing up cleaning my lenses. Alright, we should be good. Still got a bit of smudge on my right lens. Deal with that once we're loading here, though. Okay, continue. I think this microfiber cloth is just a little bit overused. Doesn't do a very good job cleaning it anymore because of the amount of dust caked into it from my lenses. It's always really annoying to clean microfiber cloths. Doll grip slag. It's like, do I want it to be matching grip? Slag. Yeah, we're gonna be using it for a while, so I think we do get a decent one. This may or may not end up being the final farm of the night, depending on how long it takes. Alternatively, we may not even finish the farm tonight if it takes too long. But I have faith we'll get a matching grip slag ruby. We're not looking for a bladed one, so just gotta make sure I do the right sequence of inputs, don't actually overrate my uploaded save with the one after turning in or something. I've done it before. It's not impossible, especially as you get a bit more tired or unfocused. Another doll grip on corrosive. If we get like bandit grip slag, I might take it too. It's still the less slag chance, but the magazine will be like pretty solid, so we'll see. Really just want that matching grip so we can get the slag chance increase. Doesn't quite hit for the 50% the grog does, so the increased slag chance definitely does help on it. Doing really nicely with the secondary being that Lyuda right now, but do want to grab that ruby just for the healing. Alright, here it is. Matching grip slag ruby. That's TDR grip shock. That, yep, definitely not it. Rustler's striker, torque grip, and TDR stock, I believe. I don't know what other fucking manufacturer English? What other manufacturer makes such square weapon parts? I feel like that took a second longer than before to find the save list. Hopefully not any precursor to my Wi-Fi janking. Little hammer buster on the loading screen. I'll be getting you in due time. Is the Bane mission available over here? It should be, right? We should be able to actually unlock the McNally farm now. No point grabbing it right now while we're in the middle of a cross-save farm, though. Can I turn in, please? Matching grip shock. Not what I was looking for. Moxie really wants to give me a shock ruby tonight. Gotten, what, 4 shocks, 1 or 2 slag, I think 1 slag, right? And then like the 1 corrosive, no fire yet. First matching grip in shock. Typically my luck on this farm isn't particularly great. I'll end up getting a matching grip in every element except the one I'm looking for, or like slag with every grip except the one I'm looking for, or like, you know, just It's gotta rub some salt into my wound every time. Alright, let's see, what item? I'll hold the Varuk, this will give us luck, surely. Slide off grip corrosive. Not quite what I'm looking for. Probably do a bit of split farming here, where I spend a bit of time looking for the ruby, and if we don't get it, we like go farm for a legendary or something, and then come back to this later. This do be one of them farms that isn't getting us any points, so I don't want to spend too long on it. Healing's the most important part of it, so it really doesn't have to be perfect, but we've only spent like a few minutes here so far, so I'm not super. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm not like panicked to get out of here anytime soon. Still got a little bit of time I can spare for this. First fire ruby, Hyperion grip. Purple rarity, Hyperion grip, Hyperion SMG there on the screen as well. Alrighty. So yeah, I do believe the character's playtime is based on the time you spend streaming. I'm also not in any hurry or worry about my placement in the competition either, so that also needs to be kept in mind there. Maybe next year I'll try and be a bit competitive with it, but TDR grip shock again, getting rerolls. I hate to see it. As it shows me another purple rarity Hyperion SMG. TDR grip, unfortunately, this time. Would not like to see it. Kind of unfortunate how bad TDR is. Like, TDR reloads can do some devastating work and stuff, but like TDR grips on anything outside of TDR, and sometimes even TDR, is just like not great. Less damage, less magazine. Just two big factors in your DPS on a gun, both being negatively hindered. Just not a good thing to see. Matching grip fire. That's two of the matching grips. The only one we're missing is corrosive and slag. Knowing my luck, will hit corrosive before slag too. But still, hasn't been too long here, so seeing two of the elements in matching grip already, it feels at least somewhat promising, hopefully. It's all RNG, so it literally could mean nothing about our chances, but you can't have that kind of mindset. Surely that means we'll get the slag matching grips right afterwards. No. Matching grip, green rarity, Jacob's iron. Do happen to know that the Jacob's barrel on that revolver makes it an iron. Hyperion grip shock. Not quite what I'm looking for. Alright, we'll probably just give it a few more runs right now, and then maybe either head off somewhere else or maybe call it a night. We'll see how I'm feeling here in a few minutes, depending if we get the drop or not too. But yeah, we've made some pretty good progress this stream. This is probably the most progress in a stream so far, maybe outside the first one, depending on, not sure, where do we start again today? On this stream, rather? Not today. Yeah, I'll have to, like, look into that afterwards. Definitely getting close to it, if not already in the lead for most progress in a stream anyway. Definitely the most progress in points in a stream, I have to say. We're at like 55 or 58, and we're up 100 and something here now. 107, right? We got a drop after 101. Yeah, we're at 107. Alrighty. Did we even... Yeah, we must have. I was like, did I even turn in the mission last round? I wasn't paying attention. But must have, as the mission on the top right there was no longer Rackaholics. Green Rarity Bandit grip on that TDR SMG. It should just be like SMG with that barrel, I believe. Could be wrong. Could have been a special, maybe. Is that one of the other TDR names? Okay, Vladoff grip slag is definitely tempting because of fire rate, which is basically an increased slag chance on its own, but yeah. We'll save it. And yeah, I'll just keep farming. Right? I could take it. We can get a better one in TVHM. It's just a slag chance not being higher is rough. Vladoff and slag is like pretty good though. You know what? We'll leave it for a problem for future me. I'm gonna call this stream here for the night, I think. Had a pretty good run, got some stuff done, and it's getting pretty late here, so and we want to get into bed here. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, or VOD, however you're viewing this. Make sure to check out the links in the description for information and the donation page for the hunts, the charity that the hunt is supporting, and yeah, we'll just figure out if I want to keep farming for this ruby next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.